Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
We here, a full squad, 2 weeks away from the start of the NBA season. Y'all believe it, man?
Yes,
I can't.
I'm excited. Like, watching preseason just make me be like, bro, scoot this shit out the way. I want the real games already.
Stop teasing, give you the whole thing.
Yeah.
Stop giving me 20 minutes of the starters.
Right.
That's why it'd be so hard to even watch preseason, because I know, like, it's only going to be the first quarter of the starters, maybe even less, depending on who it is. Luka and Kyrie not even going to play. Like, it'd be a little dry.
Shout out to you for doing the intro, holding me down. Y'all can hear me. That's why he did the intro. But I like it for that reason, that they don't play. So now I know that the preseason don't mean nothing, but I'm going to falsely invest myself into somebody to think that they can do something. Like Jaden Hardy was killing with the Mavericks. Jazz Gorman was killing, looking like a little Kyrie.
Darren Shannon
Didn't
Jr.
even
was
know
crazy.
he existed till yesterday.
Oh, Jazz Gorman?
Never heard of him.
He was in he was like on the G League thing. But guys just like randomly like, oh, okay.
Right.
You know, can Leonard Miller show me something that I'm just like, that's Rob Dillingham is gonna do that every game.
Yeah. Or
Bronny is really gonna play real minutes.
Or watching Cat shoot a 30-footer his first shot.
yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Bro, you know, I was watching the OKC game, and I was like, damn, every time Chet get the ball, he
was unstoppable,
He would just put his head down, get to the basket.
What we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Go get buckets.
Hey, he go get him.
And I'm like, if this is what he gonna be doing in regular season, like if he has a no settling mentality that he's about to get to the basket and bully people, I'm like, hell yes, do that.
Y'all see his new jump shot?
There was no.
So they showed a video of how he shoots now. He changed his shot completely.
Oh, I didn't even.
For the better or the
in
worse?
In the better, yeah.
The only thing that matters is the percentage. It doesn't look as good as it did last year, but if it goes in, I guess that's all that matters. He said this offseason he was trying to work on getting off faster. And that his guide hand is way at the bottom of the ball. It's weird looking.
A lot of guys usually do the opposite.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But
And you also got like Isaiah Hartenstein, who was unstoppable with the passes. He's throwing no looks. He's nutmegging people.
he did a
Okay, she's a
DHO
team, man.
with Chet.
And then both of the rookies both had like 18 and 19 points.
Yeah.
On good efficiency.
OKC is so good. Case and Wallace, I always forget about him.
Bro,
They have Case and
he's
Wallace.
so good.
He's super good.
He's really
And they got
good.
Case and Wallace. And you just forget about Case and Wallace.
Yeah.
Especially now that they got Caruso. It's like, oh, Caruso, Hardenstein, Dort, boom. And it's like, oh.
I think that's what also made me remember some of the things, just how deep some of these teams are when it's like they have starters out, but it's like their bench is still looking really good. And it's like that dude only might get 10 to 15 minutes a game.
It's a big year for the Rockets because they are like the team that immediately pops in my mind where it's like they're young. They have 7 young guys. Then they have like Fred, Brooks, Jeff Green can still get some minutes, Jay Tate. But then they got like picks. They got draft capital. They don't need another young player to come to
No,
draft.
they don't.
So it's like they got a lot of guys got to show what they can do and who they are for this team this year.
I want to get into Drop the Mic since we're already talking about it. He was kind of talking about it earlier, how like this is before the podcast go, but just being a fan of a team, like you don't want to seem like you jumping on the ship. So we do this as like an annual thing.
Because who is my team in baseball on the National League?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
But they so stacked that I would look like a goofy talking about my team.
Just got to wear the hat one time.
My team.
Like George Lopez.
Pick your 3 teams for the season.
Chicago Bulls.
Of course.
Charlotte Hornets.
That's crazy.
It's not surprising because he's been leading up to it.
He has been, but I'm a LaMelo guy. I don't know if I could. That team, I don't know.
They had the second most injuries last season. New coach, new front office. LaMelo
love
looked pretty
new coach.
damn good in the preseason. I'm buying stock because somebody has to be the 10th seed. And it's between them, Atlanta,
Raptors.
Toronto, and the Bulls, I guess, technically. I think I got the most faith in them in Toronto.
Tell about the Bulls, I guess.
I think
technically.
Toronto will be the favorite for me.
Well, I mean, there's 2 spots open, actually, because
Ninth and
you think
10th,
about
yeah.
the top 8 from last year. Those are going to be the top 8 again.
They over-under was disrespectful, Toronto. But my 3 teams, Knicks, Rockets.
I was thinking about Rock, especially that first preseason game. They had like just some ridiculous amount of posters, or they just rose up.
Yesterday was a day for posters. Man.
I was like, yeah.
Stephon Castle had one. Cam Whitmore had 2.
Amen Thompson.
Jalen Green
Thompson
had one.
Yeah.
Just all the Rockets. Every one of them just dunked
Just
on
posters.
somebody.
I was
New
like,
Rocket, that's
Jalen Green.
What's my? I think my 3rd team, as crazy as it may sound, Mike. Purple and gold, man.
Well, this one of my teams.
Psych!
Ah.
You think I was? I do
I
like
was-
the Lakers a
I
lot,
was
but I'm not
so-
gonna pick them as
I
my
was a
third
little
team.
disappointed.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking
saying.
them as my third team. No way. Can I just have two? Do I need a third one?
You don't need a third
Yeah,
one.
I can't. Get
I think
to
the third one is just give us a leniency because, you know, some people up here have like 20 teams. So it gives them a little
They
easier
do,
for them to
yeah.
pick.
because both of my teams could both be ass this season. So I probably should pick a playoff team, but I don't want to be a bandwagoner and say like,
That's why you pick it now.
I'm also trying to like claim. I'm not finna claim a team and not watch them.
Yeah.
I'm not here to just be claiming shit just because. So I know I'm gonna watch the Rockets because I watched them last year. Obviously, I'm gonna watch my Knicks. My third team, I don't know.
I think I might go.
Cause a lot of these,
Can you pick the Warriors now and not feel bad because they're not great anymore?
I think
that's
I
a
would
good pick.
I mean, it's Steph Curry. It's hard not to watch them. And they also had the last game of the night sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I said that last year because Chris Paul was on the roster, and then I hated watching him last year. So
You know what's funny? I actually didn't mind his Warriors stint. I liked it.
really,
Because I just felt like he came in and was just like on his facilitating floor general.
it was one of the first times, second time in Steph Curry's history where he can go to the bench and the team not have a
Yeah,
negative net
that's
rating.
what I like that version of Chris Paul, of him just being out there, just being a game manager and passing.
I don't. I like when he's the star.
Maybe Brooklyn. Brooklyn may be my third
Oh
team.
my!
You
don't
tripping.
don't lock
You
that in,
tripping.
right, bro? Please don't
You
lock that in.
tripping.
I'm just saying though, like they could be a good ass.
Yeah. I see what he mean. Like, you know.
No,
a
they
good
can't.
ass.
I don't think they can.
If Cam
They don't even
Thomas
want to
can-
be.
If
Wait, do
Cam-
they have they pick? Well, they do
do,
though
they do.
because they got it back. So I don't
I
even think they.
I said good ass. You want to be good ass. You want to be a bad team who still can.
Win some games.
No,
Yeah.
not win
Surprise.
games.
I would
But
say
is
they
it,
don't
wouldn't
want to
Pistons
win.
be a better bet at good ass?
I think the Pistons could be extremely better than the Nets, but the Pistons just have shit that I don't want to watch. I want to watch Cade Cunningham.
Jaden Ivey looked really good too that first game.
He's hit or miss. He looks real good sometimes. Sometimes he's out of control. Tobias Harris. You know, they got Ron Holland. They got like the wings that can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap back in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? When they jump shot can be 34%, I'll tap back in. I can't watch 27 to 28%. I don't want to watch Isaiah Stewart, backup center,
I'm actually happy they doing
because
that.
he's not. Yeah,
Because
he's
they
not
put him at
power
the
forward.
4, and it's like, what are we doing?
For sure,
What
for
are we
sure.
doing?
I like Darrick Whitehead. I'm excited for that. Noah Clowney.
Number one player in this class,
Cam
Dereck
Thomas.
Lively.
Yeah, Darrick Whitehead. I like Nick Claxton still. Jalen Wilson, I like. I like my boy who hurt. Why everybody hurt for like 2K? Robert Williams already hurt.
Oh,
Shaden Sharp hurt.
Mhm.
My
Mark
boy,
Williams is already hurt.
Mark Williams is hurt. What's my boy with the Nets? Trenton Wofford. He's hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was hurt.
Yeah.
Unless you know how tapped in I am to Brooklyn right now. I had no idea.
Brooklyn. What's your 3 teams?
Lakers. I feel like I've been talking about the Spurs too much and I have them up there.
Okay, not mad at that.
And it's really between the Grizzlies or the Pelicans for my last team. Zion looks so damn good in his
Yeah.
whatever
He
amount
did.
of minutes he
He
played.
did. I'm gonna say this though about the first thing I saw when I saw Zion. No matter what the picture they show from the off seasons, he always looks the same to me in the jersey. And the pictures on Twitter when he got his shirt on with the beard, he looked slim as hell, looking
Yeah.
cut. He put the jersey on, I can't tell the difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
Did y'all watch that game?
A
I
little
watched a
bit.
little bit of it. Yeah.
Because it had no commentary. It was just like,
In the
Yeah, it
beginning,
was-
it was
Yeah, that
music
threw
and
me
shit.
off.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
I did not
Zion
like
doing the
that.
spin move.
I wish
Why
they
was
would have
he
let us
doing
hear
that?
the court more than anything. If there was not going to be commentary,
Probably
let us
just
hear the
had
court.
like a
Just
air or
squeaking
something.
and-
No.
It was
One
also
of the
like an
game-
11 o'clock in the morning game.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
no one in the arena.
Yeah.
I was about to say for the you know who also just looked big on the court?
Anthony Davis.
No, Marcus Smart and bigger than usual.
True.
Like he looks,
He got the haircut too.
he just looked like he was. I don't know if
Anthony
he was
Davis
built
look
or he
big.
was just looking heavier.
For Anthony Davis to be who we know him to be coming into the league, super skinny,
Yeah,
Anthony Davis be looking chunky.
And he hit a 3 top
He
of the
did,
head.
man.
Ooh.
the best thing about that game is, well, I guess the first 2 games is like we're starting off relatively good. Like especially with a nice set play. We had an Anthony Davis lob to
Lot
start the game.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than just the usual starting in the first quarter sluggish
Mhm.
and like trying to find the rhythm, and you just can't win like that all
I like
the
that
time.
JJ Redick understand y'all team. Y'all, Bron at this age, Anthony Davis, y'all need to play team basketball. So one of his interview things during the game, he's like, what you like? Well, we emphasize screening.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, y'all gonna have to do shit like that. Y'all don't have let's just give Anthony Edwards the ball type mentality.
He
Y'all
also
gonna have to
already
play.
had his first maybe it's me moment as a coach. Did y'all see that interview?
Mm-mm.
We talked about in
Oh,
the film room, only thing we talked about switching, and we only did it like 10% of the time. Maybe it was me that didn't convey it the right way. I just got to get better at that. I'm like, damn, maybe it's me before your first NBA game as a head coach.
Mm.
Is he saying he don't want switches?
No, he does.
Oh, he
but
does.
they just didn't do
but they
it
didn't
enough.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I like the Spurs pick, Mike.
I feel like
That's a cop out.
everybody
Wemby
watches,
is there?
Everybody watches Vic.
Or was it because of
It's more
Castle.
so the Chris Paul. Like, I really think he could be a jump start in terms of like their achievement to try to get to the play-in.
way.
No, I need to confront you.
About what?
Why did you put that Rondo picture under my tweet from last week?
Because I like Rajon Rondo better than I like Chris Paul.
But he's not better. You just like him better. Okay, cool. We can agree that. Okay.
We had this conversation.
Okay. He wasn't
Yeah.
here for it, so I
He
just wanted
was.
to see what that was about.
He is better at some things.
Like fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I like
he
He
Rajon
might
Rondo
have him on
better.
trash talking too, I would say.
He better at winning too.
Uh-oh. He
The
do got that
championships.
jewelry. He do
Dude.
got
That's
jewelry.
exactly what Twitter was saying.
Dude, I know.
The NBA GM survey just dropped like 5 minutes before we filmed. So this is new to all of us to see what they said for the 2024-5 season. You can go all the way back to 2002. Like I did that a little while ago.
In the Discord.
It is so weird to see some of the things like Rip Hamilton having the monopoly on the best movement shooter in basketball for like 6 years in a row. He had like almost 100% of the votes.
all for mid-range jumpers though.
All of them. So I'm curious to what this, when we get new questions, let's figure it out. I'm going to give y'all the question and y'all guess what the GM said. Which team will win the 2025 NBA Finals?
The Celtics.
The Celtics had 83% of the vote.
83. Okay.
Damn, 83 is a
83.
lot.
Number 2 was OKC at 13%. Number 3 was 3% for the Dallas Mavericks. Who do y'all think that they said is going to be the top of the Eastern Conference next season?
The Celtics.
97%. Who do y'all think has the highest second seed odds according to the GMs?
The Knicks or
the
Philly.
The Bucks.
Philly with
Ugh.
50% of the vote. And then the Knicks had 43%. And then that means that the Knicks as the 3 seed is what they're projecting. Next, Western Conference.
Was that before the catch rate or after? Does it say?
I couldn't tell you. Next with the Western Conference, who do y'all expect them to think?
OKC.
Yes. Okay, great. 80% of the vote. Second seed. Timberwolves the second seed. Third seed.
The Nuggets.
Nuggets. There y'all go. Y'all firing. Who will win the 2024 Kia MVP?
Luka.
At 2. 30% of the
Shea?
vote. Shea is number 1 with 40% of the vote, which makes sense to me. They're
Who
probably
would
going to
y'all
be the
number
1
one be?
seed. I would put Shea 2.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a tight race between both of them.
I got this dude in my back ear.
Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis
It
received
seems
1
like
vote this year.
It seems
He
like
received 1 vote.
1 vote.
That's
that's
disrespectful.
crazy.
Also receiving 1 vote, Jaylen Brown and Anthony Edwards.
Oh, someone believes that he'll win it before Tatum.
I guess so. Well, no, Tatum was, had 2 votes.
Oh,
Hey,
Him, Jokic, and Embiid had 2 votes.
Anthony Edwards got a good case with the
Yeah.
Carlton Towns trade.
If you were starting a franchise today, this is always my favorite question. Who would you, if you can sign any player, who would it be?
Vic.
77% of the vote. 77% of the vote.
And
Last
the
year,
2 is
it
Luka.
was Jokic.
It's
No.
2.
Luka's at
Is it Shea?
3%.
Damn.
Shea's got 10%. Is that interesting?
Yeah, because Luka
Over Luka?
is better.
And then
Shea.
Jokic is tied with 10% as well. Which player forces opposing coaches to make the most adjustments?
Is it still
Jokic?
LeBron?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Steph
Giannis
Curry?
is tied for 4th. Jokic is 3rd. Steph Curry is 2nd.
And Luka.
Luka's 1 at 33%.
But he's
Damn.
3rd%. Stop it.
Last year was Steph Curry with 44%. Which player is most likely to have a breakout this season? Some good names on this list,
Jonathan
man.
Kuminga.
Kuminga is not here.
Jalen
Okay.
Johnson.
Not here.
Oh, we got to remember what they breakout is. They breakout is he was an all-star going to MVP level.
Some of these people definitely. Because the dude talking about breakout, he literally has the most improved player award right now.
Tyrese Maxey.
No. He
about
did
to
receive
say.
a vote, though, which is crazy. Like, how much more breakout can a breakout be?
He just got an MIP.
A few years back, yeah. He didn't deserve it in my eyes.
Ja?
Ja Morant,
Oh.
breakout season.
I didn't even want to say Ja.
Breakout
'cause
season?
Breakout because he coming back? He
I
just
don't
played
know.
9 games
He's
last season?
tied
Is he
for
number-
2nd.
Oh, he's tied for 2nd?
Yeah.
So he wasn't number 1?
Yeah, he was not number 1. Number 1 is a Western Conference forward, who me and Darrick made a bet about last week or last episode.
Oh shit! Who
Who would average more points on OKC?
Oh, J-Dub.
J-Dub got 13% of the votes. Also tied with second is Evan Mobley, Victor Wembanyama, Paolo Banchero's here, Kay Cunningham,
This is
Brandon
terrible.
Miller. Last year they projected Anthony Edwards.
Brandon Miller. Okay.
Who is the best point guard in the NBA?
Steph Curry.
Luka
Third.
Doncic.
Luka Doncic is one with 37%. Shea is second with 30%.
I don't know why I thought the GMs probably would have still favored Steph, but I like that. It's just Shea and Luka.
He went from 63% of the votes last year to 23% of the votes this year. Talking about Steph Curry.
Damn.
The age, man.
Luka take over.
Yeah. Second question, shooting guards. Best shooting guard in the
Anthony
league.
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards with 33% of the vote. Devin Booker with 23%.
Donovan Mitchell.
Shea still gets 20% of the vote in this. Donovan Mitchell did not get a single vote.
Crazy.
Steph Curry got a vote. Steph Curry got multiple votes.
Hey, Glazer.
Luka got multiple votes.
Why would they give them a survey where Steph Curry's on the shooting guard ballot?
I don't think there's a ballot. I think you write it in. That's the only explanation. There's nobody they're not counting Steph Curry as a shooter. Anyway, Jaylen Brown got a vote. Derek White got a vote, but no Donovan Mitchell.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Last year, 63% was Devin Booker, and he's down to 23% this year. So,
And there was that playoff run.
That
which gave him
playoff.
a big boost.
who's the best small forward in the NBA?
It depends who they classify as a small forward.
Kevin Durant.
We counted this. He's tied for second.
LeBron.
He's tied for second as well. This
Tatum?
is so stupid. Tatum's first at 47%. Luka's tied at second. Luka has been listed on point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards. Will he be here for power forwards? Let's find out.
Best power forward is Giannis.
77% of the vote.
Second would probably be LeBron.
No votes.
No
KD.
KD.
KD. Oh.
Yeah. Also receiving votes, Domantas Sabonis, Victor Wembanyama.
How does Sabonis get
Draymond
votes?
Green got a real vote.
I don't understand how Sabonis get votes and LeBron gets none.
I don't know. Best center in the league,
Jokic.
Jokic. I almost
87%.
called him Nokic.
one
Joel.
vote for Victor Wembanyama already.
Hey, that was my vote.
Okay, cool. Off-season moves. Which team made the best overall moves
OKC.
this offseason? OKC with 37%.
Knicks.
Knicks at third with 20%. And then the 76ers at second with 33%.
Okay.
Which one player acquisition will make the biggest impact?
Cat.
No.
Or
Paul
Caruso.
George.
Paul George at 60% of the votes. Cat got 13%. Mikal Bridges got 13%. Alex Caruso got 7%.
Okay, so this is after the Cat trade.
Yeah.
Okay, bad.
What was the most underrated acquisition?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Tied for third.
Is it Caruso?
It is Caruso, 23%. Then you got KCP at second. Tied for third is Isaiah Hartenstein and Tyus Jones. Klay Thompson at fifth. And then Chris Paul at sixth. Which team will improve the most for this season?
The Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, 67% of the vote.
Yeah.
Which was the most surprising offseason move?
The
Carl Anthony
Cat?
Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns trade. All right, now we get to rookies and internationals. Who will win the Rookie of the Year?
Alex Sarr.
Reed Shepard.
Alex Sarr, 1 vote. Reed Shepard, 50% of the votes.
Damn.
Number 2 is Zach Edey at 30%, and then Stephon Castle at 13%. Which rookie will be the best in 5 years?
Wait, did
No.
damn.
Zachary Richardson got 0 votes.
I'm gonna say sorry for that one.
The best rookie in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Dillingham.
Rob Dillingham did receive a vote, but he's not the guy.
Reed
Stephon
Shepard.
Castle.
Reed Shepard's 1. Stephon Castle's 2. This is where Zachary Richardson got 3rd place. Bub Carrington got a couple votes with Alex Sarr. Modest Buzelis got 1 vote. Which rookie was the biggest steal for where they were drafted?
Zach Edey.
No.
Oh, I thought the GMs love him. So,
Mhm.
Rob Dillingham.
No.
Modest Buzelis.
No, I'm actually surprised to see some of these dudes here.
All right,
they've been
this is-
I'm trying to
locked
think
in.
of the draft order.
Okay,
again.
let me get in my bag then. Jalen Tyson.
No.
Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect is tied for 1st place.
Oh, that is the guy.
Lakers shit.
You know they got to find a way to put LA up though.
Oh, that was a good pick though. Khalil Ware.
No. There's 5 players tied for 1st place, by the way. 6
5?
players.
6?
Yeah.
Damn.
Reed Shepard.
No.
I'm just going Reed Shepard everything because they just love Reed Shepard. Let me think. I forgot the order of this.
Only
draft.
one of these guys, 2 of these guys are a lottery pick. The rest are 1st rounders, but late.
So
first
Donovan
round.
Klinger.
No. He's tied for 7th.
Anyone fall in the draft?
2 guards at the top. One of them
Is it
injured.
Bud Carrington?
Bud Carrington is number 1.
Okay.
Tied for number 1. This other guy is also a guard that will not start his season because of an injury.
Devin Carter.
Devin Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Also tied is Johnny Furphy at 35. And then Nikola Topic also tied for first.
Yes, that should have been number 1, yeah.
The best international player in the NBA is
Jokic.
Luka.
the best international player not in the NBA. This guy used to be in the NBA, like he
Nikola
was last
Mirotic.
year. No, Mirotic is second, though. Always going to end up in the top 5. This guy was in the league last year. He won an MVP overseas, came over, did not play, then got traded, then said, keep the money. I'm going back overseas. Keep the
It
goddamn
ain't
money.
Micic.
No.
He's still with the Hornets.
Yeah.
It's play for the Kings.
Sasha Vezenkov,
Boo.
30% of the votes. Boban Marjanovic is out of the league, unfortunately. He also got some votes. I saw some highlights of him yesterday. Dominating. just get on that court. All right, we got to our last couple. Who's the best defensive player in the NBA?
Rudy Gobert.
No, tie for second, though.
Drew Holiday.
Tie for second as well.
It's got to be a big, right?
Y'all, come on. Yes.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama, 40% of the votes.
I wouldn't.
He just gonna have to start saying his name. It might not be too early just to have him on the.
Best perimeter defender in the NBA.
Drew Holiday.
There's Drew Holiday at 1, Alex
Lou
Caruso
Dort.
2, Herb Jones 3rd, Lou Dort 4th. Who is the best interior defender in the NBA?
Vic.
Vic is 1, Rudy Gobert 2,
Gobert.
Anthony Davis 3, Bam Adebayo 4. The most versatile defender in the NBA.
Bam.
Bam.
Drew Holiday.
Bam is 4th.
Drew Holiday.
Is 5th.
Jaden McDaniels.
It's 5th as well.
First.
Herb Jones.
Draymond Green.
5th as well. No.
Damn.
Who? Who no? Who you say no to?
Both.
I don't know. I mean, the number 1 guy still hasn't been said.
Oh.
Or the number 2 guy hasn't been said, I don't think.
Giannis.
Giannis is number 1, 17% of the vote.
It cut it out.
And then
Why
also,
do we do this?
I mean, he's DPOY multiple time, right?
What that mean?
He could. I think he still is in that. I think Bam is probably 1 for me. Giannis is probably top 3 for versatile defensive players.
Over Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Giannis also does the help side defense.
Number 2 is OG
That's his
Anunoby.
mate. That's a good one.
You said number 2 is who?
OG.
Oh.
Best defensive team in basketball.
The Celtics.
The Knicks.
Celtics number 1.
The Magic.
Nope.
Cavs.
Timberwolves, Thunder.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do we care about the coaching?
Yeah.
Like
Come on.
what they gonna
How about I
say?
just tell y'all the answers for the coaching?
Sure.
The best coach in the NBA is Eric Spoelstra, 69% of the vote. Which head coach is the best the best manager / motivator of people? Eric Spoelstra as well. Which has the best in-game adjustments? That would be Tyronn Lue. Which head coach runs the best offense? Rick Carlisle. Which head coach has the best defensive schemes? Eric Spoelstra. By the way, Eric Spoelstra has 0 coach of the years, by the way. He's almost consensus best at everything. Which new or relocated head coach will make the biggest impact on a new team? 40% of the vote goes to Mike Budenholzer. Which assistant coach, who's the best assistant coach in basketball? Mike Nori from the Timberwolves. We saw that a little bit. Is tied with Sam Cassell for the Boston Celtics.
Hey, Sammy.
Which active NBA player will be the best coach one day? Chris Paul. 30% of the vote. He's number 1 every single season since he's been in the league.
Rajon Rondo.
He's not active
He's
anymore.
not active. He's on the coach's staff.
Yeah. That's what I know he's not. I know Rajon Rondo don't play for the Bulls.
No, but he said which active player would be the.
But it just popped in my mind.
Oh.
Rondo coaching. I was just blurting shit
It's
out. loud.
always them point
Which was with
guards.
who?
You said who?
It was with the Bucks.
He's
Rondo.
he's with the
Yeah,
Bucks.
with the Bucks.
I saw a whole TikTok like AJ Johnson is going to be the greatest point guard of all time because here's why. He's playing under Damian Lillard and he's being coached by Doc Rivers and Rajon Rondo and he's only 18 years old. I'm like, all right.
He was getting locked up. He said, "Damn."
Hey, that is a lot of knowledge to be taken.
People don't understand, by the way, how certain coaches go. Or like him and Jalen Green are not blood brothers, but they brothers. And I made a comment about them being brothers. Like, no, look, legally they're not brothers. No, they brothers, bro. That's just the way it is.
That's just
You know
the
people
way
gonna
it is.
argue.
Man.
Yeah, I be seeing people be like, "No, that's a half brother."
It's like, no,
I've
we
never
don't do
call
that.
one of my siblings that.
No, it's never, ever. So I only got 2 sisters because I got 4 half sisters. So I really only got 2 sisters. No. Which team is the most fun to watch?
OKC.
OKC second.
Oh no, the Pacers.
Pacers are number 1.
Yeah.
Which team has the best home court advantage? It's the team that plays
Denver.
5,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
It is Denver. Which team will have the league's most efficient offense this season?
The
Boston.
Knicks.
It's Boston. The Knicks did get a vote, though. Which team level of success is the toughest to predict this season? This is a good
The
question.
Clippers.
The Clippers did get a vote, but they're not top 5.
Prediction.
Toughest to predict.
Sixers.
The
Nope.
Lakers.
Nah.
The Lakers are number 1, 17% of the vote. Then you got the Rockets, the Pelicans, the Suns, the Mavericks, and the 76ers there. Which team has the most promising young core?
The Rockets.
3rd.
The Spurs.
4th.
The Magic.
2nd. Y'all don't think about them as a young core because they're the
OKC?
1 seed. Yeah, OKC.
Oh.
They're still the 4th youngest team in basketball
Yeah,
right
they
now.
are.
So.
Caruso, old,
Yeah.
30.
Which player is the most athletic in the NBA?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is number 1, 45% of the vote.
I'm going to give him a run for his money. And Ben Thompson right there, brother.
Min Thompson is 3rd, and
Okay.
Asar
Is
Thompson's
Derrick
4th.
Jones Jr. on there?
Dang.
No, not a vote.
He said we didn't get number 2 yet, right?
It's Giannis.
Oh.
Which
Oh.
player
That
is the
cop-out
best
answer.
pure shooter?
Steph Curry.
Thank you. The fastest with the ball?
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Let's see if y'all can knock these last ones out. Which player is best at moving without the ball?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. The best passer in the NBA?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Jokic.
Jokic.
Jokic. Best leader in the NBA?
LeBron.
3rd. Oh, tied for 2nd.
Best leader.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry.
Jokic?
Steph Curry's number 1, man.
Oh.
Steph Curry.
The most versatile player in the NBA.
LeBron.
Number
Gian-
2.
oh.
Giannis is number 1.
Oh.
Best basketball IQ?
LeBron.
2nd.
Luka.
Jokic.
Jokic. Who would you want to take the last shot when the game is on the line?
Kevin Durant.
2nd.
Luka.
3rd.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Ah.
What rule would you change? And the number 1 thing is roster construction, apron rules, trade math are too restrictive. Basically, they saying that second apron stinks.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That second, I mean,
The second apron does stink.
it's
I hate-
only, how long has this been implemented for? Like,
This is year 2, I think.
year 2, and we're just already feeling the effects of it. It's like, damn, they already got to break that team up, or that team only got a 2-year window because they can't afford
The
everybody.
Nuggets have slowly been getting torn down.
Yeah.
Like every year they lose somebody.
Now there's rumors that Aaron Gordon could be out.
Really?
Yeah.
That could have, yeah,
GG
that's
to the
tougher
Jokic
than the
era.
KCP.
What are you supposed to do?
What is this his last year?
I think he's going to be up for like an extension or something.
Damn. I couldn't imagine them losing Aaron Gordon as well. Because, like, they just get priced out. But, like, they only have 2 max deals. And Jokic and
3.
Jamal.
Michael Porter Jr. is on the max.
Oh, Michael. Yes, he is
forgot
on a
about
max
Mike.
deal.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you might want to start shipping his ass. Sorry.
I was trying to draw some trades for him not too long ago. Obviously, he's important to the team.
But
for
I
that
would rather keep
contract-
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon, potential 2025 free agency target for the Rockets.
Dang.
And
He taking
they do have
Jabari's
money,
spot.
so that makes sense. But Aaron Gordon's definitely going to have a very, very nice market. Everybody's
even-
going to want him, especially the contending teams.
I didn't realize he was on the last year of his deal. That's huge,
Yeah.
honestly.
There's
Because
a
this
contract
class
year.
is not crazy because everybody signed an extension already. He damn near might be the 3rd most important
That's why
player
I
in the
think
whole
people
draft.
alluding to like if he don't get the extension he want, he could just play the market because yeah, he gonna be like one of the top premier players. And just being able to pull him away from Denver,
Mhm.
teams gonna want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, he got a player option, but he might decline it because it's $22 million.
He probably
Yeah,
make more
he
than
can
that.
get 30.
Yeah.
He get 30 mil on the market for sure, easily.
The Lakers gonna sign him just so he don't go to Denver.
I don't know how.
Y'all
Lakers?
ain't got 30 million.
I had a
Trey Brown.
Sixers deal with Al Horford, so they didn't have to go
Oh,
get
yeah.
him.
We got the stopper of our best player.
Yeah.
That shit did not work.
Talking about stop us now, yoke. We got Aaron Gordon.
Just for him to stop Embiid in a different way.
So today we're doing NBA over-unders. 2 weeks away from the NBA season, so these numbers could fluctuate depending on how it goes. But as of today, we got it from our sponsor. I thought this was very interesting. I went back because I was just bored yesterday. What do you think the average unders is in the NBA season?
Like how many times they
How many teams are under their win projection?
I would say probably
15?
Yes.
literally
half of
50%.
literally half of them.
Yeah.
Most seasons have about 14. We do have years where, like 2 years ago, 18 teams were hit the under. We had a year in 2006 where 20 teams were hit the under,
Damn, so that means the league was extremely competitive that year.
or extremely top heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so in my mind, I had to try to pick 14 or 15 unders to kind of keep the balance. And it was so hard, bro. There are
Yeah.
so many teams here that I think, like this 20 wins, they could get to 21 wins, right? Probably not, I guess.
Yeah, that's One of the teams I felt like that too. Like
Let's get into
the
it.
Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets under is at 18.5. I was like, Cam Johnson can get them 20 wins, especially with a healthy
Cam Johnson?
Ben Simmons.
Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas.
I mean,
too.
he's there. Cam Johnson's there too. So
I
he
meant to say Cam Thomas.
Okay.
Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons could get them 20 wins.
Who do we think these people are?
You must forget who healthy Ben Simmons is.
You must forget healthy Ben Simmons. They showed up in a long time.
Let me stop. But still, even if he's 60 or 70% of what he was, and Cam Thomas,
How good do you think Cam Thomas is? Like, he can score for sure. You think that's going to translate to 20-plus wins? The way you make it seem is that he's Braun. He's adding 20 wins to the roster by being great.
No, they're projecting 18.5.
Right.
That's only 2. Because look, one thing these bad teams do, they can beat some bad teams, right? But then they also catch the good teams lacking.
You know he's BSing, right?
But
the way he's stuttering and stuff.
You can't tell me that a team like OKC they can get caught lacking by.
No, they can't.
Yes, a Nets team can still come out and beat the good teams randomly, and you be like, damn, they beat them that night.
Bro, don't say that.
They
Don't
can.
say
That
They
does
can,
happen.
but it's just
Especially
not
on a
like
back.
that.
But you're asking them to do it 19
times.
times.
You catch them on a back-to-back.
They are never going to be favored in the NBA game. So you're asking them to be the underdog 19 times.
I would take
and
the
win.
Nets over the Wizards. The Wizards,
Okay,
the Wizards are
they'll
hot
be favored
ass.
4 times, maybe.
The Wizards are hot ass.
Is he trying to convince me
Hey,
that?
on a good night, the Nets can beat the Bulls.
For sure. On a good night, yeah.
On a good night,
But
yeah.
you're asking them to have that good night 16 times. If they're going to be favored against the Wizards 4 times, they have to be the underdog and win 16 times. That's a lot of times for Cam Thomas.
But also.
So do you think they're going to win 7 games?
No, hell no.
Right.
But I think there's a big gap between 19 and 7.
But I don't think it's a big gap between 20 and 19.
Because my lock
So
was
where are you projecting them to win?
With Nets.
18.5.
Brooklyn.
They're 19 and a half.
I went under. I don't have a specific number. I said under. I don't think they're going to win that many games.
But what would you, if you had to guess?
17. 18 exactly.
Okay, 18.
Mm-hmm.
If he go over to just say 20 win, 18 and 20 ain't that big of a gap.
It's not.
I think that was my thinking. I also went over just because I'm like, if they can win 18 games, they can win 20. If I don't think they can win 18 games, that means I think that they're going to win 15 games.
Yeah.
If they can win 18, that means they can get 2 more.
I would not be surprised it's the worst team in basketball next season.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I
probably
wouldn't
going to
either.
trade Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson.
And Bojan Bogdanovic.
That's 3 real NBA players that probably won't be there by February.
But that's also my thinking. While they still have those, now, am I ever betting on them to beat the
I
Thunder?
pray not.
No.
He bet on preseason the other day. When you weren't here, he said he bet on preseason.
Google that number.
That's what I'm saying. He got to call it.
Google that number. But I do agree with him. He might not be beating the Thunder.
Yeah.
The Nets could probably catch a Hornets. They could catch a Raptors.
They can catch a Heat
They
team.
can
They can get high.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where
They can't.
And I'm gonna also
It's
say
just
this.
the odds.
I'm gonna have overs on teams that I don't think they're gonna win 30 games, but I don't think they're gonna win 17 either.
So here's the history on that. Every single season, there's a number of teams that don't hit 30. Last year, we had 8 teams that didn't hit 30. The year before that, it was 4. And then we have 6, 7, 9, 5, 9, 5. So there's always going to be, let's say, at least 4 to 5 teams at minimum that won't hit 30 wins.
yes.
In my mind, obviously, I think we can all agree that the Nets are one of those teams
Nets
that
won't
will not hit 30.
Wizards won't hit 30.
Mm-hmm.
The other teams
Blazers
where
won't hit
the
30.
Blazers won't hit
Wait,
30.
let's take it one team at a time.
Yeah.
Let's take it one team at a time. So for this one, I went Nets under. Mike, where did you go?
I'm under.
And then
I'm
y'all
over.
2 went over.
I went
Okay.
over.
What's the
Slightly
next one?
over.
Yeah.
Over it could be about 1 game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
I just
And under can be about 1 game,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind at home. Give us another team, Derek.
I had another lock. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's supposed to bring some locks.
Another.
Wait, that was your
the
lock?
Nets is a lock?
The Nets was a lock.
They are
for
not
me.
my lock.
They was a lock for me to go.
They are
over
not my
18
lock.
and a half.
I don't know.
So
they are
you,
a
so
lot.
I just want to frame this. Locks, in my mind, locks are the team. I'm literally betting money on my locks.
Yes.
You would bet $1,000 that they win 19 or more games this season.
So that price tag is a little high. I would probably go. 50.
But it's no. Time out. This is what we get you.
What?
If it's a lock, it shouldn't matter.
This is what we get
sure.
you.
I'll put 1,000 on it.
Can we do it right now?
No.
Oh, so it's not a lock.
So he
This
was
is a
just
hypothetical bet.
talking.
I thought this was a hypothetical.
He don't
bet.
got money.
Damn.
But that's what I'm saying.
Come on now, you saving money from the haircuts.
That is very true. That's a lot of money you save.
that's
But
going right to the account.
that is very true. You do that a lot, Derek, where you say, I guarantee, and then
I'm be honest with you, of the 30 teams in basketball, I'm surprised that this is one of your locks.
Me
bro.
too.
Yeah, this is one of my.
That's why I had
locks.
to catch myself and say I'm over with him.
So you have to be
Not a
the
lot.
biggest Cam Thomas fan in the world.
I just don't think that roster is that bad to where they can't get over 18.5.
I think their 7 through 10 might be the worst in basketball.
Yeah, but the other ones.
And I think that their 1 through 6 is probably the 27th worst in basketball.
Yeah, because what do you mean the other ones?
It's not like they're super top heavy. They're
Yeah.
ass across the board.
they are, but I don't think that they're.
But okay, listen.
I'm looking at the 18.5. And
This is what I'm saying. Again, this is your lock. I'm not trying to convince you
Yeah.
otherwise. This team is actively trying to lose
Yeah.
a shit ton of games.
But
So you're locking a team that come February are trying to lose every game on purpose.
But also 18.5, saying that they can win 20, 21 games ain't that crazy. That's why I'm saying it's
I
over.
think it is, though, Derek.
I think they can get you 20 to 21 wins.
You think this
I
roster
think-
right
I
now?
also gotta think the talent in the league too is like as deep as it's been in a minute.
Yeah.
Like they're
But-
going most of the
that's
time,
why-
unless they're going against one of the bottom East teams or maybe one of the few bottom West teams. It's gonna be a tough ass night.
I agree with both sides. The one part I disagree with Derek is the lock. But if they can win 18, they could win 20. That's my logic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's crazy to say that this Nets team win 20
And I think
games.
too, because you was talking about before February, before it's really like we're
Yes.
just kind of on the decline. The Raptors were in a similar situation where they had OG and Scotty, and I don't remember Pascal was there for the start of the season.
Yeah.
And
Bro.
they won a decent amount of games, and then they traded away, and then it was ass for the rest of the
Now, let me
season. But
tell
they
you-
still had them wins.
Let me bring this up to you. How many games in a row did the Pistons lose last year?
27?
What was it, 28?
27, 28, one of them.
They still won 14 games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that the Nets are good, but I don't think they're going to lose 28 games in a row either.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The Wizards, they were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They won 15 games. I think the Nets, they not going to be this bad. Are they going to be good? No. But I can look at them being like the Blazers, who won 21 games last year.
21 games, yeah.
The Blazers ain't have shit. Scoot Henderson wasn't on a fucking crumb. Anthony Simons was hurt. Shaden Sharp was hurt. Jeremy Grant wasn't doing nothing special. They still won 21 games. I don't think the Nets are that far away from that. In the Western Conference, by the way. In the Western
And the
Conference,
Nets
by the
are
way.
in the East.
In the Western Conference, by the way. So that's my logic.
Mhm.
Nobody was going.
I swear, if you weren't watching the episode, it sounded like we got like somebody else in your seat.
I know. And people hitting me up on Twitter like, "Where's the YouTube series?" This is why I don't want to do it. But that's my locking. That's where I think you are nuts. Because at the same time, this team could
they literally
lose.
want
They
to
might not
lose.
lose 28 games.
They
in a
could
row.
definitely
They
go
could
to
lose
20. They could definitely lose 20 in a row.
I would say
And be
I
cool
could
with it.
definitely see him
And be
going on a
happy with it.
14-game losing streak, winning a game, then going back on a 14-game
Yeah,
losing
they
streak.
can
And it's just
definitely
the
win
same.
16 games. That's why I'm like, I ain't locking it. But I see the world where it's like, oh, they won 21 games last year. They was ass. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna be in the odds to get they pick because it ain't like if you lose the most games no more.
Yeah.
So we just spent a lot of time on the Nets. I like to start.
Give us your next lock then, since you wanted to give us your next lock.
The Hawks. I put the locks on the Hawks for an over 26.5. I
Hey.
think Trae Young being free, no DeJounte. I still think Trae Young could get you over 30 wins.
Hey, you want to know something crazy? They one of my locks too.
I don't think that was a bad one. at
I'm
all.
over for sure. I wouldn't lock it,
I think
I'm over for sure.
For the value of it, and I think that's where you really go like, this is an out East team that
Value.
might be a play-in
Yes.
team. I think
And you
that's
know they're going
really
to have a crazy good offense with
Yeah.
Trae Young being the engine of it. 26.5 wins. When you have a high-powered offense by Trae Young, you can get hot. And I'm projecting also a jump from Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
So, like,
How
they
big
have
of
a
a
lot of
jump?
good stuff over there. You said who?
how big of a jump.
Probably like, 3-4 points. I can see him getting up there.
I also think that in a lot of the matchups versus the teams in a tier, they're going to have the best player in Trae Young.
Yes.
So when they play against the Bulls, they have the best player. When they play against the Nets, the Wizards, the Pistons, they're going to have the best player.
The Bulls.
Yeah, I said them already.
Oh.
I said when I was thinking about like Toronto and Charlotte. But based on track record, I'll say Trae Young over those two guys, I guess, as of today.
I was wondering why you said, how.
Yeah.
But yeah, 26.5. I just felt like that was too much of a bargain.
Do you think DeJounte Murray equated to 10-plus wins? Because they were 36 last year.
Yeah.
So trading DeJounte makes them 10 games worse when they
It-
don't own their own first-round pick?
It would be if they lost them in free agency, but because they got back Dyson Daniels.
Got at least some talent in the
Yes.
door.
Yeah.
And I think the less is more theory can help for this case. I don't think that they can be a playoff team. I mean, it's a world where
It's
they
possible,
can.
yeah.
I mean,
But 26 games, man.
Yeah, it's the lesson more theory is just because it's more so like you getting the full
Trae Young show.
Trae Young experience instead of
And they
kind of
still
like
got Bogdanovich.
They got players over there.
Yeah,
DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, DeAndre
Double
Hunter
O,
coming off the
Clint
bench.
Capella,
DeAndre Hunter
Larry
coming off the bench was like
Nance.
one of Quinn Snyder's best adjustments.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at it. Surprised y'all
Garrison
locked it.
Matthews.
Shout out to
I was-
Gary
Yeah,
Bird.
this team can
I
get
was
30
It's a
to
solid
35
team.
wins.
This should
Yeah.
be a playing team
Yeah.
minimum. It should be. All right. Give us a team, Mike.
I'm gonna get it out the way for the homer pick. I'm taking the Lakers 42.5.
I'm also going over on 42.5.
We were
Yeah.
basically there last year. I think we were literally 42 or 43 wins last year. And I think, if anything, we're a little bit better because of the coaching and a little bit of adjustments like that. It's basically the same team still, except for minus Torian Prince.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if we could start games off better and not just always kind of be in the
That won
hole.
47 games, by the way, last year.
47?
So they're expecting a 5-game drop.
Yeah, that's
I'm
kind of
going
why I
over.
was convinced on the over because like I just feel like LeBron and Anthony Davis is good enough to get you close to 50 wins throughout the season.
I think the real question is, like, could they be as healthy this year as last year? That's the only reason why they wouldn't hit
that
this
would be
over.
the biggest thing. That would be the biggest thing. But
I mean,
we were
Anthony
in a
Davis-
lot of games.
I feel
Through
like
two games, JJ Redick is superior to Darvin Ham as a coach. Just through two preseason games. I'm done. I said it. He start the lineup that matters, and they're actually running shit. That's not Bron dribble and AD come set a pick.
No disrespect to Darvin Ham, but the one thing I enjoy about JJ Redick early on is it seems like he's a basketball like junkie, and Darvin Ham probably is too.
Right.
So I'm saying in the sense of like he went into a job where he looked at what Darvin Ham did, and he looked at what he did wrong and said, "I'm not gonna make the same mistake. If I don't do anything, I'm not gonna make the same." And I think that is just valuable in itself.
I think that's super fair too, because you see a lot of people especially in media, where they talk about these head coaches and stuff like, why ain't he doing this? Why ain't he doing that? But you had a little dude that went up there and he's gonna make the changes. So he's putting into he's actually doing what he was saying or the words he was speaking.
The NBA nerds have never clipped out a Darvin Ham set and put it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Every game for the Lakers is like 4 to 5 plays, where somebody's like, "Ooh, he got that from Dan Hurley. Ooh, he got that
I'm
from
a basketball junkie. I'm just stealing shit.
Yeah. That's really what basketball is.
Yeah.
And I made a tweet yesterday. I don't know how realistic it is. I'm gonna try to figure it out. A small ball Kenny Beecham drops this Friday, by the way. Where like there's a football creator that I follow very heavily, and he was saying that the NFL has been incorporated by the college plays and the college playbook and the college way of mind. There are a couple coaches in basketball that are kind of doing the same thing. And JJ through 2 games is one of those guys.
Yeah.
Darko Rajakovic is another one of those guys, and Will Hardy. And I'm trying to figure out who else is there. That's why I'm watching heavy preseason stuff. Where it's like some teams is like, we have Luka Doncic, spread pick and roll. That's what we do. It would be stupid for them to be a college team because they have the talent like that can be one of the best ISO players of all time. But like when I watch the Raptors, who I just can't wait until they have like the superior talent and how little they hold the ball, has like cut, it's this and that. There are a couple coaches taking that shit from the NCAA.
But look where he comes from.
Overseas?
Yeah. That's
Look
how
who
they play
Will,
overseas.
look who Will Hardy comes from. The Spurs tree.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think football is a little different, but it's basketball. Everything is recycled anyway. Some of the stuff Dan Hurley runs, it's formulated from
That's only so much you can
NBA
do.
anyway. You just
No,
twist.
It's a 35-minute video on Dan Hurley's playbook on YouTube. You say it's only so much you can do. Hell no. Dan
I mean,
Hurley
type of like
opened my
different
eyes to that completely.
variations.
It's the same
You know
thing
what
with
I'm
Nate Oates. Nate Oates.
Yeah.
Now I think guys like Nate Oates are a little bit more, what do you call it, revolutionary. But I think Dan Hurley, he comes from a coaching family, so I mean that's all they do. But even the stuff that he has is pistol, and it's just different variations. But I think that's why I said earlier with JJ, it was like you got to recognize your team. The Raptors have to have that because nobody on that team is good enough to say give him the ball. We don't have an Anthony Edwards. The Lakers, as good as Bron and Anthony Davis is, you don't have a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I think
Luka
the good
Doncic.
point was just that, first of all, Anthony Davis, who wanted to play as many games as possible, and LeBron, he's almost 40 years old, like, to preserve them and try to get them to even we can to the postseason, like, it's probably good to get all these other players rolling and not have to where it's like 40 minutes from Bron and a game-winning bucket to get the 10th win on the season. Like,
That's
we
also
don't
why I
need
told
that.
you a couple episodes ago, there are certain players who I think are better suited for the NBA than the college. I feel like college holds some players back. Like Rob Dillingham in the UConn system, is going to win games for UConn, but it's going to restrain
Who he is as a player.
You know what I mean? So I like John Calipari did a little bit of both, where it's like you can be free, but we're gonna bottle that up a little bit. And now I think Rob Dillingham is a little bit more ready for the NBA because he knows how to pick and choose when to let it loose and when not.
You know what's
versus
funny?
when he was
As
in high
a
school
kid,
for a problem.
Like as a kid, when I'm talking about like I had to be like 11, 12, around that type of age, and like I didn't really like college basketball because they would play zone. I'm like, why can't they just guard their
You
man?
still don't like college basketball.
Well, it was a different type of ideology back then when I didn't really understand it. But like, I understand why teams do it now, and it's just like different philosophies that teams have and everything like that. But that was one of the turnoffs I had as a little kid, just because like.
So what are your
I was
turnoffs now? 'Cause it's almost time.
My only turnoff is that it's also during
I don't be
the
knowing all
NBA
the
season.
players.
So it's like hard for me to track both leagues when like my job is the content for the NBA. So it's like the college basketball season starts what, November 1st?
They're gonna be NBA players.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as far as watching a game live is so much more difficult than because I'm like, would I rather watch Nuggets versus random team or would I rather watch UConn versus this? Like, my job is to talk about the Nuggets. So
Definitely can watch the
them.
Nuggets, but you do have Saturdays where that shit is popping off at like 1 o'clock on CBS.
Yeah, like I said, I'm in my coaching era, so this is the year where I'm watching that shit.
I'm gonna hold you accountable.
You should.
Do you have coaching fits?
I was thinking about this. I actually was talking to my wife about this. No,
I'm holding y'all
I'm gonna
accountable
wear a
too.
jumpsuit.
That's all you need. All you need is like a little jumpsuit or a tracksuit, and you look like a coach.
Literally.
And like a little whistle.
College
Whistle-
football,
I'm just gonna
college
say it.
football
I'm not-
had me
I
I
was
was out about
watching-
all those little jackets.
The
Yeah.
quarter zips.
Yeah.
I was watching. Well, this might have been literally just during one of the games, but they had the commercial where.
You watching college basketball this year? A little bit.
Yeah. But anyway, it was Mike.
You are too. You
It
know
was
that?
Mike Tomlin, and he was watching film or whatever.
But no,
That's the least convincing head nod I've ever seen.
I see that you getting somewhere, and I always cut you off, so I'm gonna do it now too.
I'm okay with it.
The reason you really finna watch college basketball, you too, is because we hitting bigger levels.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, so Fed told me you need to whoop Mike ass. I said, what Mike do?
Oh, yeah.
Dan Marley coach UConn.
I'm
Dan Marley.
I'm also gonna take blame for that because I was blanking on his name. I'm like, what is Dan? What Dan? What? He's like Marley. I'm like, no, it's Hurley.
no,
But-
but I also. It's not like I was like, it's Dan Marley. I was like, Dan Marley. Like it was a
questioned it too,
question type of thing.
Yeah, but I was.
He
drawing
knew what
a
it
blank there.
sounded like. He just said.
I knew it was a Dan, and it was something with a Lee at the end.
He almost coaches your team, though.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so did we all pick Lakers? I picked Lakers
Yeah,
over,
the
Lakers
Lakers
over,
is
and you got over.
Yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah. Hell yeah. They're not a lock, though.
I'm gonna give my first lock after we hear a word from our sponsor.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
Somebody here also has to have this team as a lock. Cavs 48.5.
I took the Cavs as a lock. I looked at them and I was thinking like it's got to be.
It's a good lock, but I don't have him as a lock.
It's probably
didn't
going to
put
be
them
like
as a lock.
4 to roughly 4, maybe 5 is like a stretch for like 50-win teams out east.
Mhm.
Cavs, I got like a pretty confident feeling they're
Worst
going to be
case
one.
scenario was last year and they won 48.
48. Yeah, they had like second or third in most games missed from their starting lineups.
Mhm.
Just somewhat better health, win one more game. That feels like a lock to me. The defense is going to be still there. As long as Donovan Mitchell's healthy, they're going to be a powerful offense. That felt like pretty easy to me, 48.5. And
And
when
I
I
think-
say my locks, I'm actually betting money on my locks this
And
year.
I think Darius Garland's gonna have a much better season than he
Parlay
did
it.
last year.
I'm never going to parlay. Well, I don't think you can.
Yeah, some of them you can't.
Yeah, the futures, some of them are tough to parlay.
All right, man, I got a lock.
Uh-huh.
Let's get it.
So I'm going to do something different. I think all of y'all locks have been overs.
I got a few unders too.
Under lock. You got an under lock?
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
How many locks? How? We were supposed to bring 3 locks.
You got 7 locks?
He pulled the Ray.
He did too much work.
I got 6 locks. So,
Wow. I
What-
mean, I'm curious.
Wizards at 20 and a half. Under lock it.
Lock it.
When I look at this team on paper, when I watch this team in preseason, there's no way you could convince me that this team can win 21
Bro,
games.
it was bad. Bro, I watched the first 6 minutes and they had like 2 points, bro. It was awful.
There's no way they can.
And
win
I'm
21
watching
games.
like, are they gonna do anything?
Now, the one thing that I did enjoy is that they doing their shit like 2K. The young guys just go and play. We ain't got to do no wait and just go out. And I like that. But there's no way you can convince me that they're going to win 21 games.
Yeah, they had a play where they had some nice ball movement and Alex Sarr hit a 3. I'm like, okay, big man.
That's kind of why I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year, because he might have the stats. They just not going to be that good, and he's just going to be able to rock
Let's
out.
make a bet.
What's up?
I bet his ass don't win Rookie of the Year.
Bro, they just trying to bet with you today, D-Man.
I know, it's crazy.
What?
I'm the betting guy.
Huh?
You can't parlay the
Yeah,
futures?
that's what I did. You remember I told you I did that? I did Alex Sarr Rookie of the Year.
All right, but
That's
those are
why
the
he got
awards.
Rookie of the Year. He got the parlay on it.
He needs to win Rookie of the Year.
Let's bet.
He's speaking
the
into
bet?
existence.
Alex Sarr don't win Rookie of the Year.
I know, but what's the bet?
What? You talk to me.
Gee,
Come on.
I'm not just going to agree to a bet without knowing
He's
what
picking
So
the
talk
field.
to me. Come on.
No, he mean like, is it $20? Is it a million?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying talk to me. What the hell? Why is it all just on me?
We'll put $100 on it.
Bet $100 on
Hey,
Hey, we've done a
D-Mills-
lot of bad bets on this show. That's one of the worst ones. He's got the field. He's got 59 other rookies that can win. You have one guy.
Reed Shepard, Rod Dillingham,
Zach Edey, like-
Edey.
You
Zach
might-
But
Edey,
you money man. $100? That's what you said? Ain't nothing to Darrick.
Bro, you know how much money he's saving off the cut.
No,
That's
facts.
very
Are you
true.
going to go to the barber to get re-signed, or are you going to do it yourself?
I'm going to probably learn how to do it myself. But
I feel like that's
I
the
need
best
the
way.
beard faded and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
That's what you
So-
still got to pay for, yeah.
Well, at least it's probably it's
You
easier
can go
to see your beard versus
you can
like
go
the
to
top
Chris
of
for
your
that.
head.
You ain't got to drive to the city and have a
You said the
65.
clips.
Chris,
Oh, I just said Chris. I
ain't
thought
gotta
you said
drive.
clips. Yeah,
drive
I
all the
say-
way to the city, $125 shape up on a beard,
So he
$69
love his guy, man.
$69 cancellation fee.
You rather cheat on your girl or cheat on your barb?
Cheat on my girl.
For your barb?
No, I'm cheating on my barber. He fucked
You
me
just
up
had to
last
cheat
time.
on your barber, didn't you?
I'm about to. Well, I don't think he's my barber anymore.
I'm not letting nobody else play in my head.
You're not falling asleep with nobody else.
I've never
Playing in
fell
your
asleep
head?
while
I
getting
like
a
that.
haircut.
Never.
What?
That's a Darrick.
You fell asleep while getting a haircut before?
Yes.
For real?
Yeah.
He in there putting that thing on you.
The Clippers.
I also under for them too.
yes,
Wizards,
yes.
the Wizards I have an under as well.
You said who? The Wizards?
The Wizards also have
Yeah,
under. I didn't
same.
lock it, but that's a good lock. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's a good lock. That team.
They was being
stink.
generous with that amount of wins.
But it could be fun with Sarr and Bub Carrington here.
No, I like letting the young players play,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna win games.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
For me, the Clippers, a lock for me was under.
That's the
30 and a
lock.
half.
Wow.
I had it as a lock.
A
for
lock.
Under.
Wow.
'Cause the uncertainty with the Kawhi.
That's why I came bet it as a lock.
I just don't know what I'm getting with his knee. He also came out and said that playing every game didn't really work. So why would we continue to do it? So like he seemed like he's mentally also prepared to not play a lot of games this year. So if he's not on the court, that team isn't that good.
I got him as an under as well, but I didn't lock it.
Especially being out west.
Is
with
that
how
what you
stacked-
took that as?
What? That I think he's also gonna rest. He's prepared to rest a lot of games.
I think I took it as it just didn't work. But sitting his ass didn't work either. That hasn't worked since 2019, that one time.
Yeah.
Teams have also been like, we're going to low manage him, let him chill. That hasn't worked. And playing 70, how
Yeah.
many games he played last year?
76
Was
or
it
something like that.
70-something?
The
72.
71 or something like that.
Yeah.
That
But
didn't
this-
work either.
The previous years, at least he was like, we're the Clippers. We have Paul George. We have this. Me resting today, we still safely as the 4 seed.
Yeah.
This team, him resting is a nightmare. Like they can't win a lot of games if Kawhi's not out there like they could have done it in previous years.
And they're being so like, there's no clear answer about how long he's gonna be out or
It's
what's
been
up
like
with
that
his
his
knee.
whole career.
So like we don't know anything. So with the uncertainty, I was just like 38.5. That seems a little high. Especially
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on the court.
Not surprising. That's why the Spurs traded his ass.
And the
They're
number
like, you're on our
38.5.
roster. We don't know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Y'all forgetting James Harden don't miss some playoffs.
Tony Parker was like, I got the same injury.
He don't miss the playoffs.
Tony
This
Parker-
gonna be the year.
He
Hey.
kind of missed the playoffs if you know.
Tony
what I mean.
Parker crazy.
I got the same injury and I played through it.
Yes.
That was,
And
that
your,
was
ass is weak. You was weak when you had that injury.
that's crazy. The two guys that like he had the issues with Kawhi, then DeJounte come in, he had the issues with DeJounte. Tony Parker just did not adapt well
He
to
slept
the end
with his teammate wife
Yeah, oh shit, he did do that.
or tried to. Something like that.
Damn.
Who was it? Like Brent Barry or something?
He was low-key the toxic one over there in San Antonio.
19 points a game, think you do anything you want.
Finals MVP.
Because he can hit a floater.
He get a floater.
What are y'all thinking for the Bulls?
You take any of them
27.
Hey, man, you take out Tony Parker, put Jason Kidd, nothing changes.
Oh, yeah, Jason Kidd's
Well,
better.
yeah,
You take
they
out,
actually get
all
better.
right, you take out Tony Parker, put in Steve Francis, nothing changes.
Yes, it does. I would die on that hill. I believe so.
The Spurs still win championships with Steve Francis.
I don't think they win as many. I don't think Steve Francis wins Finals MVP.
He don't have to. Tim Duncan will win it.
Nah, I can't. Nah, it's a bridge too far. 27.5 for the Chicago Bulls.
I think I had over.
I took the over. Yeah, I thought 27.5. I think Zach LaVine being
I'm
there.
taking the under.
You took the under.
Let me see. I might have. Let me just make
I
sure.
took the under too.
I took the under as well. Yeah, I did
think
take the
I
under.
thought they.
Part
could
of
get
me
30
was
wins.
like, the Bulls usually are that gritty team that wants to, like, they try to
Lost
fight
it.
and they get a couple scrappy wins, but I don't know.
And
It's going to be
also,
harder without
yeah,
DeMar.
I looked at it also as that.
Caruso.
Caruso
That's
is
what I really looked at.
I also looked at it as that Zach LaVine is also, he has something to come out there and improve. He probably wants to get traded. He's going to come out with the mentality of trying to increase his trade value. That to me is going to translate to wins.
Who
'cause he's
defends for
good.
them?
Lonzo Ball.
Patrick Williams.
Huh?
Patrick Williams.
Literally,
That's it.
Patrick Williams
Ayo Dosunmu.
Hey,
off the
man.
bench.
Hey, man, stop it. Under.
It's an under for me.
Stop it.
They won 39 last
I
season.
meant like doing a good job
Oh,
at it
yeah.
to win games.
Nah, that's it. Those were their two defenders.
They won 39 last year. They were the second clutchest team in basketball. DeMar DeRozan is gone. That clutchness, those wins that we added just because DeMar are gone. Our best
Defense.
defender is gone. This team might be bottom 5 defensively this year, and I would not be surprised.
At
Starting
all.
lineup of Zach LaVine, Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Patrick Williams, Vucevic. That's a nasty defensive lineup. Who is the second? Patrick Williams, the best defender in the lineup. Who's the second best defender?
Kobe White. Or an engaged Zach LaVine.
Exactly. Nasty shit. It's nasty.
He's engaged. He's married.
Engaged.
I just don't think they got it this year, man. And the last 2 years, I've been right on their over.
That's just Kawhi shit. Kawhi, they say you've been engaged on defense. I've been married for 5 years.
Y'all see the clip of him saying, like,
I ain't impressed by nobody.
I ain't impressed by nobody.
They
said,
that was so great.
which of the guys are you impressed by? He said,
No, he said which ones have stood out to you.
Oh, right,
And
right.
He said
He
nobody
said their
stood-
names. He's like Chris Dunn, new guy, Derrick
Derrick
Jones
Jones
Jr.,
Jr.,
yada, yada, yada.
Nobody.
They ain't
Nobody
really stand
stood
out.
out.
Ain't nobody stood out, though. I'm like,
The media be knowing what they doing. Kawhi just dry.
keep a mic in front of Kawhi Leonard, please, bro, because he going to give you something.
And I think what he means by that is that he hasn't seen nothing new. Like, ain't nothing really stand out to me that has like been like, oh wow.
But
Because I've
also,
seen
did
these
you-
dudes play before.
Did you expect Chris Dunn to wow somebody in training camp? Probably not.
Those questions be set up.
And they roster, who on their roster would be a standout?
Because if he answered it,
Yeah.
we would be like, it's bullshit.
Yeah. Derrick Jones Jr., man. He's the guy.
He going crazy. And it's,
Paul who?
He literally played against Derrick Jones Jr. in the playoffs last year. He know what he's about.
Paul
Yup.
George, I'm going to show you a bad shot.
He said Paul George ain't the savior.
Yeah. And then they got rid of PJ Tucker too. So
Yeah, both parties have decided to part ways and to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
No.
unfortunate that PJ's going through this at the end of his career.
Is it Raps?
I
No.
don't know. I
He's
was
really been good
I
in
just
like
think
2,
it's just
3
a
years.
situation.
He would have just retired, right?
I mean, I'm sure he don't think it's
Yeah.
over, but like the other 29 teams, are they bringing him in?
Yeah. Because they'll
So?
still make the money from the Clippers, so you don't have to pay him much. It don't hurt for a Milwaukee to just bring him in, have another body. It wouldn't hurt for my Knicks to just get some more size.
But I don't think
the Bulls need a defender.
We got Torrey Craig.
Wearing 13.
It depends.
Stop playing with your Kim Noah name.
I think it depends. I don't think he wants to go some like your Knicks. I don't think he would want
You're
to
right.
go there.
That would
and
be the
sit on
same as the
bench.
Clippers.
He wouldn't play.
But we would be good.
But
He want to
was-
play.
Yeah, he wants to
does.
play.
He
so
does.
he ain't playing there at all. He
Going
ain't
back
playing
to
on the
the
Clippers.
Suns.
Damn sure ain't playing on the Knicks. So he would probably more so lean towards like a team like Milwaukee
He on the phone
Or
with
the
D'Antoni
Bu-
like, hey, man.
or the Phoenix Suns. He might go back to the Phoenix Suns.
hey, look at
Oh.
you. You know your history. Who the next team?
Someone throw a team out.
The Celtics.
The Celtics.
58 and a half.
I took the under as a lock actually.
You just locking everything.
Dude, yeah, you locking a lot of stuff.
Follow directions next time. Follow
Wait,
directions.
you're locking
What's
the
crazier,
under?
locking
The worst
the
team or
Nuggets?
the best
I mean,
team?
the Brooklyn. You got me flustered. Locking the Nets or locking the under for the Celtics? What is crazier?
He did will decide for this shit.
What? No.
I want to say locking the
under.
Locking the under on the Celtics, I would say.
That is.
That was.
I'm listening. Give us your rationale
Well,
to not
what-
just betting the under. That's one thing, but
Yeah.
locking it is another.
Here was my rationale behind it. I thought that they could come in, no Porzingis. I thought he was a big boost to what they did last year. I know they do have a very talented roster, but not having him is gonna hurt.
They were
Also-
21-4 without
I was
Porzingis
gonna
last
say, you
season.
know they
Listen,
record without
they were
Porzingis.
21-4.
Y'all you can't tell me, give you my rationale.
I'm sorry,
And then
but when it's
interrupt.
flawed, I just have to step in. Go ahead.
The East has gotten better.
Yes, they have.
And I just think that to me would translate to win. They also unfortunately they're now the reigning champions. So now they're gonna get every team's best effort every single night. So like
I'm laughing at
like
that.
I
one.
think I'm not saying they're gonna fall off the cliff at 58
Pistons
and a
gonna
half.
come in.
That is falling off. They won 64 games. You're expecting them to win 57.
Yes. What's wrong with that? It's the East. It's competitive as hell.
That's a 10-game drop off.
That's almost a 10-game drop-off. But I agree with you. It is competitive as hell.
And they still got to play the teams out west. So like I wouldn't be surprised if they lost a few
The
less
East got
games.
better, but they didn't get that much better.
I was gonna say it's the same teams that was already good that got
Again,
better.
I don't
too.
mind you going under, obviously.
Yeah.
It's the lock that's crazy to me. You don't see there was a world where they win 59 games.
Well,
Yeah, like I went over. I got them at 60. They might not have 64, 65 wins.
Because
but
remember, the lock means that's it.
you're guaranteeing it, basically. A lock is guaranteed.
They will win 57 games next year.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Let's
Bro,
make
I
another
just
bet.
be
No.
getting the feeling he-
I want in on that bet.
No.
It don't
I
have
want
to,
in on
it don't
that.
have to be $100. Let's just make another bet. It don't have to be money. What we betting? You just
Oh, I
shake
don't
it.
know.
I could have told you they don't do it. You got to shake your ass on camera. Come on.
Bet that one.
Um,
So Derek, this was a team I thought about quit pretty heavily last season.
If
Or,
Celtics-
last night.
if the Celtics don't win, you got to draft the 2026 All-Star. We're not even gonna take a flight. You just gonna drive 18 hours, no matter where it's at.
2026 isn't that already confirmed to be
I'm gonna look real
look
quick.
it up, Mike.
It's not Milwaukee.
We got to do a road
It's,
trip,
Because Milwaukee lost it? Because wasn't it supposed to be in Milwaukee?
and then went to San Francisco.
Into a dome. So
You
Is
got to
this
drive
LA?
to LA.
I gotta drive to LA.
And let's not do that. I'd rather just fly.
So to back you up,
Yeah.
as even though I disagree, the team coming off a championship in the last 10 years have hit the under 7 times. The only 3 teams hit over off a championship is the 73-9 Warriors,
But were
a
there-
LeBron team, and then the third team was like in the early 2000s. So I'm going over.
I'm taking over on that.
I'm going over.
So statistically, the odds are in my favor.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. But also, I don't know what the drop was. You know what I'm saying?
Statistically, though, the last shit was out of your favor with the Nets.
Not really. I mean, it's one game. They can still hit the over.
Right.
The Porzingis number of 21-4 makes me feel really good about them still.
No, I said that because he said you got about 14, 15 to hit under.
Oh yeah.
Don't sound like you got 14 to 15 unders.
No.
I don't either, so I ain't judging.
I have one more under.
Which is?
The Wolves at 52.5. I think that cat trade is gonna.
Yeah, bro.
Is this
Hey,
a-
I love D Mills,
I do
bro.
too. I do too.
I love.
Did
D
you lock
Mills.
this one?
This was a lock as well.
You're having an all-timer, brother. This is an all-timer for Darrick. I
'Cause-
cannot wait for a year from now when Clips has the video of you losing every lock.
There's no way you got 30 locks. What is it, a fucking lock?
Well, I only have 6 locks. I told you I had 6.
But only is a lot. Like, that's a lot of
what
locks, brother.
KB put in there, make sure you bring 3 each. I put 3 overs and 3 unders.
I
did
see.
each of
Okay,
the whole-
I see how you can interpret that. Way.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I did
Okay.
that.
Okay. I can see how that's interpreted. I'm
Oh.
so happy you did, by the way. So this is a lock under for you.
Yeah,
At 52.5.
52.5.
He was in that forcing locks. You done made me
Had
slap.
to be. He picked
you made me-
Celtics under
You
lock.
made me slap Penny.
So okay, talk to me. They
It
won
was more
56
so. For
last
me,
season.
it was the cat trade. I thought coming into this, it was probably going to be a big adjustment with adding Julius Randle. And also, he's not even, I don't even know if he's healthy to begin the season. We don't know yet. So That was more so my reason behind it. It's going to be a big gelling period.
Nas Reed would just start.
We don't know how good this team will be with Randle on the roster.
Do you think it's going to be a bad team?
No, I think they're going to be a competent team out west. But when I looked at it, I said 52. They could probably be at 50, 49.
Yeah, I went under as well. I think they could still be a 50-win team. I just couldn't get to 53, basically. I still think they could dog this regular season, though.
I think they can, too.
Because I think they're deeper now than they were before the cat trade. Like, Dante DiVincenzo's a real player. And Rob Dillingham might be, too.
I
went over on the Wolves.
I went over. I figure if they, especially if they are the 1 or 2 seed, it's probably looking like they're above 50 or around like 54.
I just think that Julius Randle, Cat just provided so much damn spacing.
He's going to be a much better defender.
Julius Randle?
Yeah.
I thought Cat was an exceptional defender. Like
he's going to be better. You thought he was an exceptional defender?
You ain't see me, but my eyes went wild.
Especially during that one game when he was guarding Nikola Jokic.
Oh, the one game. Okay, cool.
Cool.
But that makes you exceptional?
No, but like,
brother.
No, listen.
Brother, I'm not listening.
No.
I'm not listening yet. Siri, what is the definition of exceptional?
Because,
unusual, not typical. Unusually good, outstanding. You want to put that on his defensive shit, Carthy Towns?
I thought what Cat did was very good defensively.
In my mind, exceptional was for Victor Wembanyama, Herb Jones, all defensive players.
I'm just saying, Cat was really good defensively. I think he's a better defender than Randle.
Okay.
Which team we on, man? Can we move to the next team? We all had the
So do you think Julius Randle is a bad basketball player?
No. So I'm just saying Karl Anthony Towns was a much better fit next to Anthony Edwards than Julius Randle, putting him next to Rudy Gobert.
On offense, there's two sides of the basketball.
And I still think defensively, Cat was still very good at guarding fours on switches. He held his own.
You don't think Julius Randle can do that? In the context of that's not act like they had Karl Anthony. You talking about 1 or 2 games that you remember, brother. That was an 82-game season.
And Cat was good the whole year.
What is your favorite defensive effort from him in the regular season?
In the
I would agree that Cat was good defensively last year.
For what his role was.
Yes.
They're going to ask Julius Randle to do the same shit. Julius Randle was a good defender on a good defensive Knicks teams. So why can't he do the same shit with the Timberwolves, who is going to be an even better defensive team? With Rudy behind him, Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, why would now all of a sudden Julius Randle is going to be just a bad defender?
I didn't say he was a bad defender. I said I think that Cat is better than him. And I also think offensively, Cat was a lot much better than him. Especially when you talk about,
I think we can agree that Cat is the better player. That is not a
and all I'm trying to say is you and a lot of other people, when y'all have this take, y'all say it in a way as like Julius Randle ain't shit.
No.
It's just a fit.
And I also think, imagine that series where they did put Cat on Jokic. I don't think you're going to have that option to do that with Julius Randle.
But I just want to remind you, we're talking regular season wins.
Yeah.
They see them 4 times.
I don't think the Saints win a championship. But yeah, we're talking about a regular season.
Yeah, but also it's...
And you're going off one team and one player. There's not really any teams that... Bro, you can't ask Cat to do that again. The Knicks are going to play the Nuggets. He's going to have to guard them. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm a Knicks fan. Yeah. He's not going to be able to stop or contain Jokic. You can't ask him to do that again. So please do not put that in your head as Karl Anthony Towns' level of defense.
No, but I also think it was a tandem, too, because the weak side, Rudy Gobert made it so impossible for Jokic. I mean, Jokic still had a good series. He had a couple bad games in it. But it was also a tandem thing. Mm-hmm. Would you agree there as well?
Yeah.
I think defensively as a whole, that's a really good point. But that's my point with Julius Randle on the Timberwolves. Defensively, that team is a good defensive team.
Yeah.
You're not asking Julius Randle to be all class. That's why Cat stood out to you.
You good, though?
You finna get a raise after this. You own one with this episode. You in your bag. But they're a good defensive unit.
They are a good defensive unit.
So if you're just asking Julius Randle to do what you asked Cat to do, what are we talking about?
Do you think defensively?
But my last thing, how do you think Cat is going to do defensively with the Knicks? As a starting center, do you think he's going to project to be a better defender this year than Julius Randle, anchoring a defense?
Yeah, I think he's probably gonna take a lot of the things that he learned from playing with Minnesota and translate it over there. I saw him; he bought into the defensive side of the ball with that Minnesota culture. I think Thibodeau and the Knicks
with a Rudy next to him.
Yeah,
he won't have a.
But
Rudy
even
next
when
to
Rudy
him.
was out of the game,
he's not getting what you said right now.
No, but I'm speaking on even when Rudy was out of the game, you saw Cat still anchor a defense to be very good at it.
That's different from parts of a game of what Rudy.
Yeah,
is
but
out.
I think he could take those parts of the game and translate it into a
He
full
can.
game.
Do you think he will?
Yes,
There's a
do.
different
Yes,
reality.
especially playing on a Tom Thibodeau and that defensive-minded culture in New York. Yes, he's going to buy into that.
Okay.
I think before that, when we saw Cat, there really wasn't a defensive-minded culture.
I
in
love your
Minnesota.
I love that you being optimistic because as a Knicks fan, I think I'm not really going out on what I'm going out on is we're going to have a damn good offense because Karl-Anthony Towns is going to stretch the floor and provide some spacing that no other center on our roster could give us, even Isaiah Hartenstein. Defensively, I'm understanding that with him anchoring it, we're going to have some headache moments. But
I saw that in the first preseason game.
But we're going to have OG and Mikhail that you hang on to. But the way that you're looking at Karl-Anthony Towns as a defender, I'm just as your brother want you to realize it's going to be a different circumstance. But if that's what you
there's a
believe,
reason why they traded for the 3-time DPOY. Because him as a solo 5.
It wasn't working.
But I also could agree that he's learned a lot, and he should be better now as a full-time 5 than he was 3 years ago before they traded.
And there wasn't a defensive culture back then. I think Cat he bought into the defensive-minded culture that Chris Finch brought into there.
No, I don't think it's one person that disagree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying buying in does not make you exceptional. Jalen Green can buy in this year with the Rockets defensively. I would not come up here and say he's an exceptional defender.
I would argue that he did buy in last year, and he was still pretty ass defensively.
I think there's a huge difference in which you're. If you came up here and said Cat is exceptional compared to the other versions of Karl-Anthony Towns, different conversation. But if you're telling me Cat is just a standalone exceptional defender now, I can't agree with that. Everything that you're saying is just flat out. It's not, if you're just going off of what you've seen from Cat, different conversation. But we're going to see. We're going to see.
When Cat was the 5 last season, the team had a net rating of a 4.2, a defensive rating of 110.9. Pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. I like the conversation, though. You went over. Me and you went under, and you went over. Okay, give us the next team, Mike.
I'll give you another one of my locks.
Put some respect on Julius Randle name out here, man.
Mavs over 49.5.
Yes.
Locking it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I didn't lock it, but I like that. I went over too.
I like the added depth. It seems like they have like somebody for every position. Obviously, they got their 2 stars, but they have big men that can still do their thing. I think Klay Thompson, just the shooting, like even if he's not shooting the same as he was the Warriors, the name of Klay Thompson is going to add so much gravity to the space that I really don't think you're going to be able to stop them on offense. Like, you really got to pick your poison with them. And then defensively, I think they can still hang to. I like the additions of Najee Marshall. He was provided a lot of energy in that game the other day. So like, I think they're going to be a 50-win team.
I went over as well.
Yeah, it's the second-year jumper from Dereck Lively. He already looked really good. He looks aggressive sometimes.
You saw that preseason move?
He looks big. He looks bigger.
He's demanding the ball in the post, getting it, looking like me in my prime. Like that right there.
Hey, he's on a heater today. I love it. I love
that
it.
coffee.
That right there is that's not something that you could say he was doing last year at all. He was strictly just lobs. Now you have a dude that's willing to be a master, go out there and punish smaller guys on him. I like that.
He spent some time with you this offseason, right?
Yeah,
a week.
He did.
Yeah.
He came to Chicago for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We all went over for the Mavs.
Yeah.
So that's like an NOTB lock.
I think we've underrated their depth. Najee Martin, Quentin Grimes. I'm a big believer in Jaden Hardy having a role in this
I
team.
didn't see Quentin Grimes airball though. No, you know who I seen on the Mavs? I was like, damn, he out there. It was Jamario Sharp.
Yes.
They brought him.
He got a block.
They brought him in. He was
at the free throw line. And I was like, damn.
7-5 out there. I'm like, bro.
It like an action figure.
Yeah. I didn't realize that Najee Marshall only had one good shooting year. I pray that translates over this year.
Which was last year, right?
Last year, yeah.
Which was that's why the Derrick Jones Jr. thing was so
But he also won good shooting
year.
year, so who knows if that was going to translate.
Because I got him on 2K and he ain't having that same year.
And he also don't have Luka passing on the ball.
He got James Harden.
He does have true, but different gravity.
At this point, yeah.
Completely different gravity.
But he's still going to get a lot of open looks working with James. All right, I'll give out another team. I'll give out my second lock. Miami Heat over 44.5. Lock it.
I like that. I went over, but it was only probably about 1 or 2 games. I didn't. I could see it just because Jimmy Butler's probably on a contract year. We're probably gonna get him coming in locked in. The no crazy hair. He seems like he's on a different mode than he was in the past.
They won 46 last year with all the injuries they had.
Yeah,
they have a little bit of help.
DPOY campaign from Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Big Face Coffee.
Shout out to Big Face Coffee for sure.
I went under.
Not mad at it.
They are the team that I use the East got better logic on, not the Celtics.
All right, somebody else throw out a team.
Mike didn't say.
For
The Heat.
Oh, I went under on them.
Okay.
Split again. There we go. I like a good split.
You locks. We ain't heard Mike give a lock. Besides his Lakers.
I had the Mavs as a lock, the Cavs as a lock, and then the Lakers as a lock.
Okay.
So I didn't have any unders as
Bucks.
locks.
Over under.
I put the Bucks as the over. They were at
50 and a half.
Yeah, 50 and a half. I could see them coming out and getting 55. Especially, I think Giannis is going to come out and have
2 games below the Celtics? Okay.
Yeah. They're going to be up there for sure.
I think the East is going to be extremely top heavy.
No, I got
it's
them
going to be
over,
like
too.
the 3 to 4 teams.
I ain't know I ain't got
really
them
gonna pile
55, but
on.
I got them over.
Yeah.
And then there's going to
What'd
be
you
a
laugh at that?
big
Yeah.
bounce back year from Damian Lillard.
Did you watch his first preseason game?
Actually, I didn't.
Why did you ask him that?
Preseason game, so it doesn't matter. But it was a little rough, him trying to break down his defender. I'm sure he's fine. I'm watching them young dudes.
Didn't they lose?
They did, but I mean,
It's pretty sick.
yeah, they pulled the stars after like the first quarter. So it's like, and they were up at like 30, it felt like, at one point. I went over for them as well. 50 feels like a low number for this team. As long as Giannis plays, they're going to win a bunch of
And I think they have a healthy Chris Middleton. They didn't have a healthy Chris Middleton
Do they?
there all year.
Both his ankles.
I can't count on Chris Middleton
Yeah,
for
bro.
1 minute.
You didn't see the report?
No.
He had procedures on both ankles, man. It's very tough.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
I didn't even think about him in the equation, honestly. I'm just like, if Dame and Giannis are there and Brook Lopez, he shot hella threes in that first preseason game.
Tory and Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Bro, no,
I just remember the
did you
playoff
hear
run from
me
Chris.
and-
He was pissed.
I was so pissed because first of all, I'm gonna bring back the little story from last year when I was talking about like Malik Beasley. He learned how to shoot once he was at the Bucks, and I remember during like one of the first beginning of the games of the Bucks with Malik Beasley, he talked about how he's like he didn't really take last year's season like seriously or whatever. So
Which
he
is
was
cap.
locking in.
Which is cap.
He's locking in and
What
going to the
professional
Bucks.
player comes in the year and said, this is a joke of a year?
Especially someone in his position with his next contract.
Torian
fully
Prince came in. They
guaranteed.
said he asked the coaching staff for all the assisted threes from Giannis and Dame, so he could get locked. He gonna know where to be. He locked in this season.
It sounds good.
It's just why is it always once they want to go to the Bucks?
Well, better culture, I guess.
Better leader.
Darvin Ham, he know he gonna get the minutes.
Better
Well,
leader.
Giannis just attracts 3 bodies. So
LeBron don't. Anthony Davis don't.
It's a good point. I guess.
Yeah.
You know he a Bucks fan, so he gonna glaze it up.
Definitely.
Did say bounce back from? I like the bounce back from Damian though. Yeah, there was.
I hope
He
so.
didn't
wasn't
even
a
have a
Dame-
bad year.
It wasn't
just
a Damian
Dame.
Lillard year.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the Dame.
That's 2 years in a row.
Uh-oh.
I'm just joking. I don't know what he did the year
Oh no,
before.
the year before that he was
He
on
averaged
on his
like
shit.
30.
He was just hurt for a little
Oh,
bit.
the
The
year
year
He missed
before
some
that with the
games.
abdominal
yeah,
injury,
yeah,
where he
yeah.
was shit.
Now, Shaden Sharp got the abdominal.
It's key. And a labrum apparently.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
he's
what it
out
was.
for 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Brother cannot get
Torn
healthy.
labrum seemed to have a weird time frame. 5 to 6, but then Ja was out for like the whole,
Because
it depends on how you tear it, I guess.
here's the science behind it. So the labrum is the piece of like tissue that holds your bone and socket. Some people tear like 30% of it. Some people tear the entire clock.
Oh,
I tore the entire clock.
yeah.
Because
That's
you ain't
why-
had that much meat on it anyway.
Sure. That was when I was a little girthier back then. But I'm assuming his 5 to 6 is because he didn't go the full way.
Yeah.
It's
Talking
probably,
about
like,
girthier.
halfway. I was
It's
a little girthier
funny.
back then.
Because on your birthday, you posted like old picture of yourself. Me and my brother, you would never know because how he is now. We used to call KB Shaq and Diesel.
Oh, yeah, I remember his
Like,
childhood
like being
pictures. Yeah,
fat.
he was chubby.
And now
used
you,
to be a
you
bigger
probably
guy.
couldn't picture that now. You be like,
Now I'm
Diesel.
struggling to be 140
You'll
I've
get
been,
that.
I've been
Trying.
200 my whole life.
when using that wheelchair. You was
Yeah,
about
200. It's about 200.
You damn straight 200 now.
That picture you in the wheelchair is hilarious.
What's up, Mike? Like I ain't seen you in a minute.
You definitely haven't.
I'm going to go 76ers, 52.5. What y'all thinking?
I think I went over. Let me check for sure.
Yeah, over.
I went over. They were 31-8 with JoJo last season.
And I just think having
Yeah,
Paul
over.
George there now, you can now rest George, and your team you're gonna miss him obviously, but you can still stay afloat.
I don't know.
with Paul
Drummond
George
did
and
hit a
Max.
3 yesterday.
You said what?
Drummond hit a 3. You might not miss JoJo
Oh, yeah,
if
true.
he missed some time now.
Yeah, they added the right amount of depth. When they had Drummond before and Joel was able to play less minutes, I love that version of him.
And Gershon Yabusele was perfect from the field
Yeah, he
last
was.
night. I didn't watch their game because it was against New
Gershon?
Zealand, but
Gershon, man, he gonna translate.
Gershon, he's a big
He
boy.
gonna translate really well.
Yeah, I hope so. That was an easy one. I damn near locked it. I'm locking it. Fuck it. I'm locking it right now. I'm locking it. Never mind. JoJo might get injured. I can't lock it. Because when he's injured, they failed to the play-in. So
But
never
then
mind.
they also have Paul George, so you okay. He can win you. He can win you some games. If he
Oh,
gets
for
hurt.
sure he can win me some games. I just don't think he can win me that many games.
I kind of ain't disagreeing. I don't
Yeah.
think Paul George at this point want to be winning you games. I think he want Joel to be healthy too. That's all chill. That's all relaxed.
All right, next team we can go with is the...
Did we do the Grizzlies?
We have not done the Grizzlies.
I'm going over on that one, 47.5. I think they can get back to being a 50-plus win team in the West.
Damn, how many 50 teams we gonna have?
Yeah.
That's my lie. It's just like,
But I feel
That means that middle tier has to be bad if we're going to have
I got the
5.
Grizzlies at under.
Under 47?
Yeah.
I also went under. It was like last moment trying to figure out how I get to 14 unders. If I was like iffy, I just said under because I just needed more.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's still
Yeah.
46 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Blazers, for me, is a team that I could go under on as well. at
Yes,
21.5.
absolutely.
I think they could possibly be around that 18, 17 win team.
You saw what Chauncey
And
Bill
also-
said?
What?
Who their best player is?
Denny
Oh,
Avdia's their
Denny
best
Avdia
player.
is their best player?
yeah.
If Denny Avdia is your best player, he ain't getting you 21 wins.
What were they last year? Last year they were 21.
21.
I went over on the Portland Trail Blazers. I think this is going to be a sub 25 win team.
Hey, bro, get on his ass because he just did all that shit about the Nets.
They won 21 last year. They can get 22 this year
I
with a
don't
little
think
bit
so.
more injury
I'm
help.
taking the under.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I only think
Because
that
just in the West, it's so damn good.
Mhm.
It's so damn competitive. That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough for sure.
I mean, they do have a better roster than the Nets, though.
Never better.
They do.
roster.
Anthony Simon.
Only
huh?
thing is like
They do.
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups on the last year of his deal. Who the hell knows what he gonna try to do?
You got 80.
Like, how do you save your job if you're a Chauncey Billups?
You can't.
I kind of feel that way as well.
I was trying to
and I'm
do-
sure he feels that way. So
Yeah.
what is he doing it for?
I was trying to do something with them on 2K, and I'm like, I can't. It's too many bodies. I don't know who I'm playing and sitting. You got Aiden, Klingon, Williams. You got Denny, Grant.
Robert Williams is already injured, by the way.
Yeah. You got
his thing.
the Jabari kid. Should get some. Jabari Walker
Yeah,
deserved
Jabari
minutes.
Walker.
Tamani Carmera
Yeah.
deserved minutes. You got Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simon, Scoot Henderson, Matisse Thybulle is still
They have a
on his
lot
team.
of players, bro.
Delano Banton is on his team.
Yeah.
I hate the 3 guards.
Well,
They gotta
you never
make a
have all
choice.
3 at the same time
Yeah,
either way.
true.
So I guess it don't matter.
Yeah, like how do you
Oh,
give
true.
it?
Somebody always
Somebody's always hurt.
You got to give each player 20 minutes,
Yeah.
like to play everybody. I'm like, that's a tough ass job.
It's not
I'm
an easy
guessing
job.
at
at
some
all.
We
point-
not good.
That AAU type
Yeah, we
rotation.
not that good, but I'm
Well,
struggling to
everybody
give
paid their
minutes.
money, so you got to give them their fair share.
Because it's not even like you can even entertain the idea of maybe letting Shaden play the 3 because you got Denny now. So, like, then Jeremy Grant demands minutes. You paying him 40 M's. You're not going to set him. So, I don't know. It's hard with that rotation, man.
Yeah.
They're going to have to make a choice of one of the guards this year.
I'll throw out one.
Somebody got to get traded.
I got an under to throw out.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors 43.5.
So there are 2 teams that were tied for 43.5 out west. I feel like you had to pick one or the other. It was them or
Yes.
the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went with Warriors. I went over Warriors under Rockets.
I did the same thing.
Same. Yeah. I went over on the Warriors. I think they can get 45, 46 wins because they were around that last year. I know they had Klay Thompson, but I still think Steph Curry and Draymond can still get you there. As long as they're healthy the whole year, I think they'll be all right.
I had the same logic over Warriors, under Rockets.
I went the opposite way just because.
I would love the Rockets to go 41 and 41, 42 and 40.
Just because in my head, Klay Thompson not there. I think it was basically Klay Thompson not being there is going to lose them a couple games.
Damn, look who they added.
Ooh.
Buddy, Kyle,
D'Andy
Yeah,
Melton
Buddy
looked
joined the
good.
team last year. We was excited for that, and he didn't even play touch the court.
Yeah.
That's gonna be different this team. Like they need him to actually play, but like
Year 2 pods, Kuminga.
I really do like AirPods. I think it's gonna take a little bit more than just a year.
Year
to get
2
over it.
Trace.
Bounce back Wiggins.
I'm not counting that out.
I'm not counting it in either, though. It's
Yeah,
just like
no.
if it happens, cool. If it
Yeah.
don't, whatever. He was with the team though, so that was
When
good to see.
Wiggins is playing good, I like it. I enjoy it.
It was a
Sure.
tough one to go under on the Rockets because I really do love their roster. I'm super excited for
No,
it.
you ain't been here with us. Stay over there. Stay on that side.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but
Yeah.
I think they have some really intriguing stuff. Even watching them yesterday, I'm like, oh yeah, this. Even if they don't win 44 games to get the over, they're going to be in a lot of games again, and they're going to win a bunch. But again, it was like between the two, you had to go one or the other. So I went Warriors.
Another over for
Wait,
me.
I think let's just stay here because there's also a thing in the Eastern Conference with the Magic and the Pacers. They
Where
both
they're
have the
tied.
same over under.
I took Magic, went under on Pacers.
I
Yeah.
took Pacers went under on
I
Magic.
think I went that right. Whereas the Pacers got the over, Magic got the under.
I got the over on the Magic, under on the Pacers.
I think the Pacers probably going
We
to
split again
resemble a
this
little bit
weekend.
what they kind of started off last season. Maybe not the hottest offensive team, but I think the offense is really going to be really good, and defense is going to catch up to it. It's not going to be as good, but it's not going to be as bad as it was.
Yeah, the number is 47.5. I'm not sure if we set that for both Pacers and the Magic. And I think we had this conversation a few weeks back, so I don't want to rekindle it. But it was just, do you trust the powerful offense in the regular season with the shit defense, or do you trust the great defense with the shit offense? It's like, what type of person are you? And I just went with the offense.
One thing offense does throughout some of those games, you just outshoot a team. They just can't even do anything with it.
If we want to get really, really nerdy, and I know this ain't completely a science, last year the Orlando Magic were 19-28 against above 500 teams. They dominated the bad teams, which is what you want to do, especially if you're a young player. They were 28-7 on teams below 500. I think there's just so many more teams that are better that I don't think they're going to be 19-28 this year against good teams. Don't get me wrong. But like the Pacers just had a better track record against both last year. And I feel like that can kind of translate because you can just outshoot a really good team every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to some of the really good teams, the defense is going to hold until maybe those last couple minutes where you need an offensive punch from something.
Hey, that's what they got.
Paulo Banchero for.
And he looked really good in that first preseason game, too. Shout out to him. Wendell Carter, contract extension, too. Shout out to the
3
guy.
year.
That's the first Shams report as part
yeah,
of
it
ESPN.
was the first Shams bomb. But do they have an actual name for it now?
I think
did
he
you say
said Shambler, right?
Chamberlain?
He called it that, or like that's what's.
I've seen
Mike
somebody-
said that on the pod
Oh.
a while ago.
I didn't. Don't give me the credit
okay.
for making that up though.
Okay.
Because you know they gonna come get me.
I also like ShamWow.
I like the
It's between-
ShamWow.
It's between the two. Or we just don't.
Do you even know what a ShamWow is?
Like, I'm almost 30.
Isn't it a cleaning supply?
Yeah. It's from them late, like used to be
The-
like
the
midnight.
infomercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
midnight
That
commercial.
and the
Chia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they had that
That's
silly.
ramen chia.
They had that
I
one
know, I
silly
used to-
putty or whatever that could like it would never break. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know
Wait,
that
what?
one.
They had that one like putty. It was like you just put it over. So they had like a tank of water and it had a
Oh,
big
like
bracket.
seal
and you just slap
Yeah.
on it on.
Yeah.
Seal,
Seal
yeah.
flex.
Yeah, seal thing.
You
I
talking
know I
about
used-
putty. That's tape, brother.
I know I used to
That was
piss.
tape.
It's tape.
Yeah, it's like tape.
Oh.
I know I used to piss my parents
Industrial
off.
tape.
I used to want shit like Chia Pets watching them commercials. I used to want that shit.
Yeah, same.
I
So-
feel like I don't see commercials that
No,
advertise
no.
actual stuff. It's like pharmaceuticals all the time.
The
The
re-
TV shows.
The kids ain't watching TV.
I
Or
guess
like
it's true.
cell phones.
Like I had on Nickelodeon the other day, and I was expecting to see like a Barbie commercial. Here's a new Barbie toy. I didn't see a single one. I was kind of
Nah,
pissed about
like,
it.
hey, here's a vape, Mike. Buy this vape, Mike. Get the vape, Mike.
Airless vape.
And right now, it's a lot of political commercials.
Oh yeah, paid for by the Republican Party, paid
Yeah,
for by
I
the
see
Democratic Party. I think those are hilarious, but
You know,
They
what's my
are.
favorite commercial?
what's that?
That No Flex Zone.
Oh, bro. You tweeted about you knew the NBA season. You knew something about you missed the NBA season
He
because
play,
that was
what they play? They playing
Jenga.
Jenga. It's slow motion. So goofy ass. You could have just pulled that one. Big jaw ass. Biting the wing, pulling Jenga. You got lemon pepper all in the Jenga pieces.
Charlotte Hornets is 29.5.
You taking over?
I went over. I said
Yeah.
I think they're a playing team this year.
Where the Hornets at? I put them at
I put them over as well.
It's a lot of bet on
over.
the health of LaMelo, but
Yeah.
that's a bet I'm willing to take right now.
What about the
Another
Pistons?
Year two from Brandon Miller.
Yes, and he looked
So-
good in the preseason.
B Mills.
B Mills. Yeah.
I like the preseason stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just coming off a screen, jacking up threes for Brandon Miller. Give me that all season.
Hell yeah.
Pistons.
Yeah.
I
think-
25 and a half. I went over
Yeah.
on Pistons.
I went over.
Yeah, I could see them getting 26, 27, 28. I don't know how much I'm confident in them getting to 30 plus.
That's the
Yeah, I
over
can
though,
get
ain't
that.
it?
Yeah.
Hey,
What you have?
I the over.
Jazz.
under.
Under
28 and a
yeah.
half seems absurd to me.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be close to a 30 plus win team.
And I know
Especially
they
not in
always
the
start
West.
off decent. I just can't see it this year.
Yeah,
I'm not buying it.
Raptors, did we talk about?
No, we haven't.
Raptors for a team for me
This is my lock.
is an over.
This is my
29 and a half. I think having quickly RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes there, Jakob Poeltl and Yankee, that team can get 30 plus wins. And
For sure.
And especially when you're talking about a jump. Scotty Barnes got better last year.
He said
Scotty
Jakob
Barnes-
Poeltl like Jakob Poeltl said we ain't tanking this year. He said
Scotty Barnes is
he's-
going to get much better this year. So
I
can
would
see
put
that.
money on this one.
And then seeing RJ and quickly be free, and like they get to just be out there being young and playing.
They had the same opportunities in New York.
He said being young.
Oh, did you see that clip of Okay, it's quickly
Yeah.
getting interviewed about RJ, about him cutting for the people at home, and he like looked over to the side and like smirked and was talking about, hey, man, if he get an opportunity to cut or they allow him to cut, then he gonna cut. Basically saying that he didn't have that in New York or whatever.
I don't want to hear no excuses for RJ Barrett. I still rock with RJ, rooting for him. He had a lot of opportunity the first few years.
I got him as the over as well.
Yeah.
But then Jakob Poeltl said they gonna suck this year, so I don't know who to believe. And then Masai Ujiri said they're rebuild. Like he literally said we're rebuilding. No other GM in basketball. The Bulls talking about we gonna host a play-in series. Masai's like, I'm gonna use the word rebuilding here because that's what we're doing. So 30,
I mean,
30 wins.
Shout out
when,
to him.
when your core is that young, obviously you're rebuilding. You don't come in expecting to be the Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
Thunder.
nobody really lied. Jakob Poeltl said they're not winning the championship. They're not.
Jamal Sneed, is that his name?
Yep. From
He looked
Houston University.
so good in preseason. I don't know if he's gonna make the real roster, but just be on the lookout if you're a preseason guy when you watch the Raptors.
I have another lock.
Yes, we know.
47 and a half wins for the Suns. Give me that. Over.
I'm not mad at that, Derek. I went over as well. I didn't lock it, but I went over as
I
well.
locked it. I put the key in and I turned it to the right.
Okay.
Suns, I went under.
Ooh.
I had to go under on somebody.
I went under too.
I think there's going to be some progression from that big three that I think they learned how to play together.
I think their star lineup is gonna stink though. But then
You think their
again,
starting lineup is going to
yeah, because of the 3-point shooting. But then
Oh.
that first preseason game, I'm done referencing the preseason. Bud had a lot of cool stuff of like Devin Booker being screened by Bradley Beal off ball to get Devin Booker open threes, and I thought that was pretty cool because we didn't see that last year. So Bud could make this offense work
First
in that
bucket
starting
of the game
lineup.
was a 3, I believe, from Devin Booker.
But just on paper, I think they just don't have enough 3-point variance. That's why I liked Grayson Allen starting, but Bud could make it work for sure.
Yeah.
Mason Plumlee had a nice little plays. Always a vet.
Grayson Allen is probably going to be in there over Tyus.
Hey,
Just
think so?
spacing-wise.
In that Suns game, one of the first Ryan Dunn's first shot was like a corner 3. It was money too. After I was like, okay, that's all he need. Next one, that shit like the corner, hit like the corner of the rim.
I DM'd him after that game. He's like, I see you out there, young fella.
You say you guarding Bron?
I saw him guard Brian.
Yeah.
What's the other rookie? Uso.
Iguodala.
He looked good too.
Marquette, he can
He
really
made
pass.
a couple really nice passes,
Yeah,
man.
that was his biggest strength in college, passing off the elbows. Yeah, he's really going to be good for them. Hopefully he can steal minutes from his guy.
Yeah, please.
But Nurkic can pass too a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Nurkic
That's
is
for
a very
sure.
good passer.
Yeah.
From
That's
the
probably
outside.
his best attribute other than his bruisiness.
Yeah.
Let's
for
speed this up. I'm losing my voice.
We got the Nuggets at 50 and a half.
This one was one of the hardest ones for me. Because, like,
I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going. I can't help but to think you locked the over on the Nets, and now you're saying it's tough to figure out the Nuggets.
I was thinking about the Celtics one when he said that.
But okay, what did you decide?
I decided to go over, but
Okay.
it's not by a lot. It's hard
Hey,
to
I
say,
don't need to be.
It's hard to say Jokic can't get you over 50 wins.
I agree.
But also losing KCP is going to be so tough when you're talking about 3-point shooting.
I went over as well.
I went over.
Yeah. If they do go under, I don't think it's going to be drastic to where you're like, damn, the Nuggets fell off this bad. But
I can agree with that.
I took the over too. You literally said it. It's the MVP basically getting you 50 wins.
Pelicans 45 and a half.
I went over.
I thought this one was really tough.
I thought I went over just because DeJounte. I think adding DeJounte, those late game situations are now a lot different. They were one of the worst teams in the clutch last year. I think adding DeJounte just does nothing but improve that because DeJounte last year with the Hawks was clutch as hell. He hit a lot of big shots for them. So they just missing that. And I think adding a year from Zion, Brandon Ingram, he got to go out here and hoop too. He don't want to hurt his mark. He want 200 M's. Shit, he better have some motivation. So better come out there and hoop.
You convinced me. Over on the Pelicans for me as well.
I had them over. He just convinced me to go under.
I had the over.
I'm changing mine to go
He didn't
under.
even mention they got.
When it's that good, it's too good to be
Man,
true.
he didn't even mention Big Daniel Tice.
Right.
Who looked nice. He had some threes. And
He
shit.
had a quick 13 points.
Yeah, he did his thing.
But I'm going to go under. I went under on the Suns. I'm going to go under on the Pelicans. I don't know how I went over on the Pels and under on the Suns.
I took the over for the Pels.
Spurs, 35.5.
Over.
Yeah.
I only got to look. I know I had them over.
I took an under.
I took the under because I took too many overs, and I was like,
Somebody has to be.
Somebody's got to be. And I think even if the Spurs went 34, 30, like I think that's a successful season for them. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like
my over for them. It wasn't even. It was like they don't get 40 wins, but you know they look good and they look like a team that could probably sneak into the play-in. But reality, we know they're not.
I'm not mad at it. It's just like does Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes in year 2 of Wemby jump them up 14 wins? Definitely a world where I can see that happening.
Yeah,
But again, trying to keep this balance and all. It's like somebody has to be it.
and
For me,
unfortunately,
it's them.
yeah,
Next thing we have the Thunder. The Thunder are at 56.5.
I took the over. I can see them being a 60-win team next year.
Yeah, I took over as well. It's some kind of too good to be true. Like I was like,
I
should
went
this be
over
a
as well.
lock? Because what did they do last year? They won 57.
Yep.
Like they could just be the
And they
same
got
team.
better.
Yeah, they could be the same team and still hit the over, but they did make the trades and
they
stuff.
did.
And they're not like a old veteran team to where they're going to be resting guys. So like, Shade them gonna play. They gonna go out there and hoop. So
Yeah.
And I feel like once you like, they had a really successful season, but they still had that hunger to them because they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're looking at like, man, let's just coast to the regular season. We'll get to the postseason, then we'll take care of business. Like, no, they can still do it right now.
I can see them blowing a lot of the bad teams out like
Mhm.
early. Like those
For
games
sure.
are over by halfway through the third, and they now shading them and they just get to sit, and now we just watching the other guys play. So like, that's the type of season I can see them having.
Next team we have is the New York Knicks sitting at 54.5.
I went under. I just think that's a lot of wins out east. I think they could be around 50 to 53-ish in that range.
I think the Bucks are a better team.
I think the Bucks just had the better player, and Giannis, and so yeah.
I take the over on the Knicks.
I took the under. I think they're a 50-plus win team for sure. I think they're better regular season-wise than the Bucks, who are 50.5, but I couldn't get to 55 wins for them this year.
Yeah,
I took the under, but they're gonna be right there, literally like 50.
I only said that about the Bucks because he said the Bucks.
I think they're going to be
55.
right. They're both going to be right there. I think they're going to be
I
like
think
one
so.
or two games away.
I think so. I think a little bit because I think us and Philly will be right there. The Bucks may be a little bit under that, probably.
Crazy top-heavy league in the Eastern Conference. And the last team is the Sacramento Kings at 46.5.
I took
went
the under.
I don't see them being close with.
I went under too.
I don't see them. I think they're going to be around 46. So
What is it, 46.5?
46 now.
I got about 44.
I went over that game.
That defense is going to be.
I don't know if it's going to be as bad as you think it will be.
I don't know. I just think when you had two questionable defenders on the court at once, it's still, I know Sabonis is solid like around the rim, but like talking about pick and roll.
You think it's bottom 10?
around the rim?
No.
How could you say that about
defensively.
Sabonis, but then you love Cat? Have you seen Karl Anthony Towns play pick and roll defense?
Yeah, but I also think Cat does a lot of the other things better, like guarding in space. I think he's a better rim protector. Like,
He's not a better rim protector.
Where you getting this shit from?
from what I see, because how I'm looking at it is that if Cat does a good job of being a good help side defender, and he's also very good like in space against quicker people, I don't think that's not Sabonis as strong as that. That's why he's very bad in the pick and roll.
He's just
I
not a
think
better. Only thing I'm pushing back is the rim protection.
Cat is he has much better feet than Sabonis out in space.
I would agree
Oh.
with that, I guess.
Oh,
But
I'm taking neither feet.
That's a good point.
the rim protection thing is not.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not.
They're both
There's
towards the bottom when
you
it comes
both
to
picking
starting
something that's
centers.
bad. Like
Yeah.
you're not having no better option right there.
Either way, that's all 30
Saying
teams.
these over unders is so crazy because again, you can win. I mean, we had teams that win 46 wins and still didn't make the playoffs in the West. So it's like,
And then
damn.
36-win teams made the play-in for
In
the
the
East.
East,
It's nasty, nasty. That's why we need league realignment coming in the next couple years.
Best 16
2 more teams.
Best 20 teams, I guess.
I'm with that.
And 2 more teams, man. Well, no.
So that means what? The Grizzlies go out east,
Yeah.
and then who else?
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah,
And then
probably.
Vegas and Seattle get a team.
Yeah, it's probably geographically, probably that makes the most sense.
Because technically Minnesota is in the East.
Right,
and
yeah.
Memphis.
They're not too far
But
from
then right in
us.
the Central Division.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have to be in the Central Division.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Damn.
All right, we gotta see.
The
Adam
Bucks have
Silver,
some real competition in the Central then.
Chicago.
Yeah. Pacers. Detroit. They coming. Don't play with them Pistons, baby.
Shit on the flow.
As always, we're gonna end the episode talk about a little fantasy football. Week 5 is wrapped up.
2-game win streak over here.
Talk to me, Millie. How you feeling about your team? After starting off 0-3, the boys back in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, he going against me
This week?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a little matchup.
Which, you know, 3 right too.
I'm
3-2.
So it's a 2-3 versus a 3-2. You know, so far I'm projected to win, but that all changes.
That don't mean nothing.
No, it doesn't. It does. It doesn't mean anything. I want to give a big shout out to DJ Moore and Cody Williams. Cody Williams.
Cody Williams, yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Okay.
My bad. I don't know why I called him Cody.
Utah Jazz.
Utah Jazz. But Caleb
Brian
Williams.
Thomas.
Brian Thomas, yes.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, finding that man.
I almost had a perfect gambling day this Sunday.
Yes.
I had three entries. That's my limit every Sunday. 3 entries. 2 of them hit. And on everything, I was going to put this on somebody's grave. I get it. This ain't that important. But on everything, I had a DJ Moore 2 touchdown. Because I always put a Bears one in. That gives me another reason to root for the Bears. It was a Caleb Williams over 250, the money line, DJ Moore's over in yards, and I had 2 tutties. And I was like, nah, that's going to be the one that screwed me over.
Yeah.
He had 2 tutties at half, man.
Yeah.
That $10 would have went to like, I think 800.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Bro.
But it still hit, so I ain't mad. I still hit with the one that I had.
Caleb Williams looked so much better in that pocket.
Every
I
single
didn't know
week.
if it was also because it's just the other team, like Panthers are
They're
bad.
really bad.
They're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
bad.
This
So
is
it's like
my
the
thing,
pass
though.
rush not going to be like them other teams.
100% he had more time than ever.
Yeah.
But I made a tweet about how good he's looked week to week. And people are like, well, it's the Panthers, the Panthers. Yes, the Panthers stink. But the Panthers being bad don't place that ball in DJ Moore's pocket
that's
like
what I'm
that.
talking about.
That's what I was
Yes.
saying. I was like, we taking care of business.
Yes,
though,
bro.
bro.
He was making passes that he wasn't making in week
Yeah.
1. And I
Yes,
was like,
bro.
okay, I could see the vision. I could see the potential here. Like, it's there.
I'm happy, man. Both of the top 2 quarterbacks are killing the game right now. Obviously, Jaden Daniels is killing it on the Commanders and everything. What a day. I'm still undefeated in the fantasy.
Yo, they coming.
It might
Every
be this
dog
week.
has its
It might be this week because I have like 4 of my position players on bye weeks. It's just the worst week imaginable. But I'm also going against a team in the league that's not very good. So I might be able to still be undefeated because I have Kyron Williams on the bye. Devon Achane has a concussion. He's on the bye, so he wasn't going to play either way. Tyreek Hill on the bye. His ass wasn't going to play anyway for me. The way they offense is going. So now I might make a trade, honestly, to prepare myself for this week just to get a little bit more depth. Because even Drake London is questionable after that hit. So if Drake London don't play, then I'm losing for sure.
That hit was bad.
It was
looked bad. I was surprised he stayed in the game.
And it got me like 6 more catches after that. It's like crazy.
And luckily for me, Alvin Kamara and Kenneth Walker are they have them projected to be green. So like they're projected to have a very good game. So that's gonna be very good for me. Brian Thomas is going against Chicago, so iffy depending on how he plays.
I need Lamar Jackson to have a really good game again.
Who they playing?
Oh my God.
They're playing the Commanders.
Oh man. Who did that sound like? God, who did that sound like?
Rashid
No,
Shaheed
you're
is
good.
such a
Questionable.
questionable guy.
What
to
did he do this
play.
week?
He had like 18 points.
Because he had a 60-yard touchdown,
yeah,
right?
He had 17. Yeah.
That's his MO. He's gonna
Yeah.
catch a long ball at
But you
once
know what's
every
crazy,
2 weeks.
KB? He has game 1, 17, game 2, 21,
0.
0, but then he had 11 against Atlanta, and then this week he had 18 again.
So the zero's the outlier.
So like he's had a good year.
What you want for him?
What you got?
I got a lot of stuff. You know,
You
I got
do.
a lot.
You loaded.
I am loaded.
You are loaded.
Shout out to my people on Twitter too. I asked them who should I start for my like receivers for my flex spot, And they were everybody was a lot of people was telling me put Zay Flowers in, and he had almost like a dub. So.
Oh, okay, word.
Well,
Other
the
people,
guys that you put up there, to me, it looked like I would have started Zay Flowers. So I forgot who
It was like
it's just,
Dale.
it was literally just because it was matchup based. Like Zay Flowers had a tough matchup, and everybody else had like weaker ones. And I was like, maybe it could be one. Jerry Jeudy had like one of the easiest matchups. He was going against the Commanders, and he put up like 2 fantasy
Whereas
points.
quarterback stinks. He might be the
It
worst
does,
starting
but
quarterback.
That's why I
in the league.
would have put Zay Flowers because he has Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Like,
But also, you never know if Derrick Henry go run the ball 100
that
times.
is true.
so-
Yeah,
and they
Derrick
throw it
Henry-
at all.
Yeah,
Because
Derrick
last
Henry
week
is-
he had like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get anything from your tight end spot?
No. Well,
Because
if
I saw you at Evan Ingram. I'm like, wait, you see injured?
No, because I told you this is before. So I had the option to either go with Evan Ingram, who had a chance to play Sunday, or I could have had Kyle Pitts, who's been absolutely terrible. Kyle Pitts played and actually had a decent game.
Yeah, he did.
So it doubled down on the fact that I went with Evan Ingram and he didn't even play.
You're lucky they didn't bite you in the ass because you was going against the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
No. Smalls watches these episodes.
Yeah.
His team put up 40 points this week. 40 points is crazy, bro.
He had people not playing?
No, he had a full lineup.
He
They
had-
just stunk.
He picked up Tank Bigsby off the waiver wire.
Oh, yeah.
And he put up 30. But he
Hey.
didn't play him.
I think he had a bad week. I sent him a trade. I just know he had Baker Mayfield doing it.
Yeah.
Because they had Sam Darnold starting.
His lineup, this is how bad it was this week. Sam Darnold had a bad week, 4 points. Jordan Mason, bad week. He even had a fumble, 8 points. Aaron Jones got injured, 6 points. Dante Johnson, 4 points. He had Curtis Samuel on his starting for whatever reason, less than 1 point. He's off his roster. He waived him after that. That's how bad it was. He waived him. And then he had Jake Ferguson, who gave him 10, and then ETN, who gave him. So he started ETN over Bigsby, and obviously that wasn't right.
I sent him Devontae Adams and Travis Etienne. Oh, I was asking for Devontae Adams and Travis Etienne for Baker Mayfield and Tank Dell.
Since he wanted Ty Chandler.
Don't do that trade, Mike.
Yeah.
Why?
ETN doesn't get touches anymore.
That's why I wanted
Well,
Bigsby.
Baker Mayfield's not going to be ever on my
Bigsby's about to
roster.
be there as RB1.
Yes, bro.
I sent him Ty. I was like, you want Ty Chandler so bad. Let's do Ty Chandler for Bigsby since Aaron Jones might be out for a little bit. He said no.
Yeah, some of these numbers are inflated. 2 tutties get him 30 points. But, like, he got 13 rushing attempts while the other guy got, 8?
Yeah.
ETN got 6.
Well, he responded to this message anyway saying bumped your head, so I don't think he going to.
Oh, he's not going. Okay.
DeAndre Swift be getting them rushes, though. DeAndre Swift won't get you 20,
Uh-oh, talk him up,
20
D-Mills.
rushing
He
attempts.
tried to trade him in the league for weeks, and nobody bit, and now he's killing for you.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm trying to package him and Shaheed.
To get a first-round type talent.
Yeah. Somebody bites.
Hey, I
You
got
what's
a
funny?
lot
I
of first-rounders
sent
on my
that to
team.
John the other day for Stephon Diggs. Said no.
For Stephon Diggs? I think he's crazy not to take that trade. I don't believe that Stephon Diggs is going to catch a touchdown every game. Well, then again, Nico Collins is injured right now, so who
Yeah.
knows? I don't know what the timeline is for his injury, but you want Tyreek Hill?
You know what's funny? I was looking at your roster last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, do I want Tyreek Hill? And I was
Tua comes back
I
week 8.
I asked myself that same question. I was like, how much do I believe in when Tua's coming
Well,
back?
when Tua's there, he's
he's
the wide receiver 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
And
why
he'll be back by 8.
I just didn't know. Tua just has this weird injury history.
No weird about it. His head gets knocked around
Yeah.
every time. Can he wear a guardian cap, y'all think, as a quarterback?
Can you what?
Wear a guardian cap. Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
The players have the extra
Bill Pepper's
cushion on
weird.
there.
He probably already does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
You would be able to see it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you
It's
mean-
visibly like as he went like a shower cap on top of his
oh
helmet.
shit.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
On a QB, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't because your peripheral is already impaired. So like I think having some.
You won't see it. I think it's just more like that shit lame. I think that's what that
yeah.
mindset is for a lot of players. We can talk off cam about potential trade deals
Yeah, I mean,
because both of those players are playing this week. Yeah.
Swift and Shaheed.
Yeah. Swift is in London, and then Shaheed.
they're playing Tampa.
We can talk.
So I might, you
We can
know,
talk. All right.
but I also, you know, I'm intrigued at putting Shaheed in over Thomas, but I don't know because
Who Shaheed
when
play?
I don't play Thomas,
He go
he
crazy.
go crazy.
Yeah, that's how usually how it works.
Who should he play?
In Tampa, and Brian Thomas is playing Chicago, which they say is red. So like, saying he probably not gonna have to
But
play.
then Jaquan Brisker's not playing. Got a concussion from when he hit bro and killed the kid.
Oh.
Well, I guess the dude tried to run Brisker over, and Brisker just said no, and dude died on the field. Came back to life eventually.
That's
but
why Brisker my favorite defensive bear because he just lays shit out.
they said it is a world where he could play, but he didn't travel to London with them.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they're gonna see what his symptoms are like. I'm team. If you got a concussion,
Damn,
miss
they
a
went
week,
to
bro.
London already.
I don't know if they're already went, but they say he's not traveling when they do go.
Yeah, he said not traveling. I'm looking at it now.
So you're not playing, right?
I don't think so.
As of right now, he's not. Which
Joseph-
means that Simone Biles' husband is going to start for us this week.
Didn't he almost have a pick that he dropped?
He had a pick in the preseason that he
No,
took
this
to the crib.
past week I think he dropped one. He's
Oh, did he?
36, right? Number 36.
I don't know numbers.
Yeah, he dropped it.
You talking about the game that just happened, right?
Yeah, week
When he, no, I don't know if that was
What a
him.
fun
but like
game to watch.
wasn't he like he had it in his hands and he dropped it and he was like this or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember that play.
I think you're thinking about DJ Moore.
DJ Moore did that too.
DJ
but I
Moore
swear,
like fell to his knees.
Yeah,
DJ
I'm
Moore
so
did
mad
that
that he didn't catch
he
that
did
ball.
that too, but it was like a DB who missed the pick and he was like, "Damn, I should have had
I
that."
can't believe the Jets fired Robert Saleh.
How does that affect Breece Hall?
How does that affect Garrett Wilson? Guess we'll find out.
True, you got
He wasn't the offensive
That
coordinator.
brother had 31 targets last week. What a time,
31
man.
targets sounds insane.
And he
Well, they
still
were
didn't even
trailing.
have a crazy amount of
Yeah.
points either, though. It was like target for 6 yards. It was 4 yards. It was 8 yards. But it tallied up to be great. But
They was just saying no deep balls.
no deep balls.
But the Conklin had a very good game for me too.
they
he
were
had-
throwing it.
He had 8 points, but that's good. That's solid for him. He had
I
6
feel like
targets.
Brees didn't get any touches.
No, he got
in it.
9 targets for six catches.
It's pretty good for a tight end.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, almost first play of the game, he gave us like a 60-yard tutty. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy.
That dude Kraft from Green Bay, somebody picked him up.
Yeah,
off
he
the
was
waiver.
going
Yeah,
crazy,
that was-
bro.
It was
yeah.
either going to be him or Wicks that
Yeah.
was going to go crazy.
Bro,
And it ended up
whenever I try to grab somebody off the waiver,
They be
wire,
gone?
They be gone.
Bro, Mason paid $40 for Wicks, and he had 0 points.
Yeah.
Mason be doing too much.
And yeah, then he put him on the trade block. Like, who want him? I dropped him like 2 weeks before he had his real good game. But I didn't even know.
Like, you can look at people's money, like how much money they
Yeah.
have. I think Mason has the lowest amount of money.
I told him, like, if you need some, come on, talk to me. Yeah, no, Mason is sitting at $30.
How do you look at money?
Just go to the standings. It says like
Yeah.
how much money you got on the waiver. And then Terrence only spent $1 so far. And then
I've been
Kyrie
trying to
spent
spend
$1.
money, but my shit's still at $96.
You got outbid it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lil
every time
T-Row
I
got
think I got somebody,
$99.
somebody else. John paid $40 for Kareem Hunt. That was Kareem did his thing yesterday.
Yeah, he was all right.
Kyrie ain't spent $1.
He
I
gonna
don't
be
even know
like,
if he put a bid in yet. He
yeah,
just-
he gonna be the same. It'd be like that the whole year.
Caleb spent some money, so y'all can't say he not playing.
The worst thing that happened to Kyron is he started 2-0. Because now he like, no, we good. We cool. He lost 3 in a row. and he
You
won't do
not
nothing.
listen to what I said. He said, man, we need to shake some stuff up over here, man. I just can't keep going with my team. I said, I'm sending you a trade, Kyrie. He said, nah, we gonna wait it out till we healthy now. I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
Darius
believes in
Slayton.
who's his running back again?
Joe Mixon, who's
Yeah, he
out.
believes in Joe Mixon.
And then Rico Dowdle got him a good game.
Yes.
But the week before that, he was on nothing.
CMC come back in 2 weeks.
Is he gonna say the season for him?
I don't trust it. I'll see it when he's in the warm-ups.
Yeah, when I hear both Achilles are bothering somebody,
Right.
that's hard to say. But Nick Chubb is potentially coming back soon too.
Okay.
So like, ooh, if I get Nick Chubb back by like week 7, week 6,
You think I'm going to run, huh?
I think so.
I think you need a top-end talent, though. I think you need a first-round type of talent on your
If
roster.
it ain't broke, don't fix it. You thriving right
Tyreek
now.
Hill.
I'm not saying who. I'm just saying in general. It don't have to be my guy.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You
I've
thriving.
offered you
Hey, I
many
would
trade
love-
packages, and you've
If I
always
was,
turned
But it never
salesman,
been for
I would
Tyreek.
love D
No.
Mills because I feel like I could just talk him to anything.
No, because him and Angie apparently be bargaining for 5 hours.
But it's the context of what they're gonna be bartering.
You got
It's gonna be something
stamina.
you know you could get over him.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode of Numbers on the Board, be sure to let us know by leaving a comment, leaving a like. Let us know how you hate us for going under on your favorite team. That's always super fun. We need to talk about your stream. It's cool, completely okay. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all soon.
Peace.